true, but I'm just trying to follow like what is the point that you're trying to bring out, because I'm not really understanding.
Bloody hell, mate.
Say that again?
I was like, I understand what you're trying to say. I don't get the point that you're trying to make.
That's why there's so much confusion, and especially with the different translations and such. So basically, the one that causes all of these things, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, all the corrupted things would be because of Yahweh, which would be the God that Jesus follows.
Do one of you guys want to help out your girl here?
I don't really know what's being argued, but I'm
They
also
don't need to help me.
That's
because
what,
what
that's
I'm
what
saying is what it is.
nobody knows. That's what we're trying to figure out.
But
What's your thesis statement here? What's your point?
Okay. Religion is bad.
Okay. That's a
Religion
weird way of
causes
going about
separation and
things.
division with people.
I don't know how
No,
your
it's not.
statements about Elohim and all that like lead to that conclusion, but yes, I do think the world would be, in sum and total, better without religion.
Okay, all right. So, if you're gonna say that the world is gonna be better off without religion,
All I do
we'll
is
just cut to
debunk
we'll
what
just cut to the
Christians
point.
say
I'll
using
just
its
cut
own
to the point.
Bible.
All right, cool. That's fine. I'll just cut to the point. If you're gonna say that the world is gonna be better off without religion, what better would you be referring to, and how would you get to that better?
Why would you have to replace it with anything?
Well, what would you replace it with?
Well, what? No, my question is,
Thank
why
you.
would you have to replace it with anything?
Well, that would
You
be
have
my position. I wouldn't
Well-
want to replace religion.
Well, yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, no. I'm saying, if all of a sudden like every religion went away, why would we have to replace it with something? I didn't replace, like, I lost my religion. I didn't replace it with anything.
Okay, well then, now you. What I'm asking is, how do you know that that would be better?
Because
Hey, drop one rug and pick up another rug.
So, drop one. So, for example, in the U.S., you wouldn't have nearly as much science denialism. That's one example. If you look at, well, there might not be causality here, but like if you
by
look at
science denialism,
people literally arguing in court trying to get rid of teaching of biological evolution, trying to force creationism into science classrooms when it's not actual science, things like that.
yeah, but you're doing the exact same thing. So I mean, that's just a tu quoque.
What am I? Well, two. Are you saying tu quo q?
Tu quoque.
Tu quo q.
quoque.
You're talking about the U2 fallacy?
Yes.
No, that's literally what you just did. Is the tu quo q fallacy?
No,
I made an argument.
I asked a question. I said, how would you know that it would be worse off or better off?
Yeah, and I said I gave one example.
Do you mind if I finish? Yeah, and you
ahead.
said it would be getting rid of the sciences. I said,
No.
how would we? You said
That's not
that.
what I said. I said science.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. You misheard me. That can happen, to everybody, including you.
You said it would be to get rid of the science deniers, right?
You said for the last thing you said is it would be getting rid of the sciences. That's what
I
you
meant
said.
sciences deniers.
Okay.
Is that
Okay, so you
accurate
misspoke.
position? Yeah, I misspoke. Is that
It
accurate?
would get rid of it would get rid of a lot of the science denialism because there's the vast majority of it is religiously motivated. A 6,000-year Earth, flat Earthism. No, not all Christians. I need to give that caveat there.
Don't
flat
go
Earthism.
down that road.
Flat Earthism.
Don't
young
go down
Earth.
the flat Earthism, dude. Not all Christians are
I'm
flat
sorry,
earthism,
I can't give you. I
dude.
can't give you examples of religiously motivated science denialism after I, argued that it would help
There is no
mitigate science
majority in
denialism.
Christianity that believes in a flat Earth
I
system.
didn't. Did I claim there was a majority?
No, but then don't go to it when you're assuming it would.
It doesn't matter if it's 30%. By the way, 10% of Americans. I can pull up the study if you want. Actually, it's 20% believe in flat Earth or are unsure. So it's not that small of a crowd too.
This is silly because
Anyway, biological, not believing in biological evolution. There's a small minority that don't believe in the big. What's the fallacy? Name it.
Huh?
Name the fallacy.
Because you're assuming what I'm gonna say.
No, I'm just giving. I made an argument of one example of how I think it would make the world a better place.
It's a terrible
It would
argument.
it would get rid of a lot of the science denialism.
That's a terrible argument.
No, but I'm asking you. Are
there religious organizations, powerful religious organizations? Well, I'm trying to address. Rob said he's.
No, I'm just saying,
why are you jumping around, dude? Dude, we were having a debate. Okay, why are you going to Rob? We were talking
because he interjected.
Okay, who cares if he interjects? He can go after me. Okay, we're having a conversation here. Focus.
Okay.
Dude. Okay.
I'm very focused. You're just stopping me from talking.
Well, you're the one that was going off to another person. So, what we're talking about is how do you know all of this stuff? Okay, is it just
all of what stuff?
Do you mind if I finish?
Go ahead.
Okay, all of this stuff that you're talking about, where we would go away from scientifical, I guess adulterating scientific methods, right? We would go more towards what you would have as a more scientific based system for reality to operate off of, right?
No, that's not my argument.
It 100% is your argument.
Okay, I guess you know what I'm arguing better than I do.
Yes, because your argument is if we got rid of religious societies, okay, we got rid of religiosity. Oh my god,
religiosity. You got to be precise in your language. I didn't say get rid of religious
I was trying to say that before you cut me off. Okay, so just calm down, dude. If we got rid of religiosity, okay, and we brought it back to a more scientific based system, then
I didn't say no. If you'll let me clarify, like if you misunderstand me and I correct you or something, if you say something and then I misrepresent what you said no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm going to stop and say, okay, please clarify. But you seem to lose your shit when you slightly misrepresent something and I misclarify. So I'm not talking about revamping society to be more scientific. I'm just saying if it would help get rid of a lot of, not all of, science denialism in general.
Yes, but my question is what constitutes somebody as science denialism?
When they believe they know better than the scientific consensus on a matter. For example, people who claim, and I'm not claiming it's a majority of Christians. Some of these might be, but when they claim the Earth is flat, it's 6,000 years old. Biological evolution is false. The Big Bang never happened, etc. There's other effects that happen with that too. Well, first of all, do you agree? Do you agree?
That's going outside of science.
Do you agree that that is a major issue in the U.S.?
No, I don't agree with that because that's going outside of science. Because we can't observe.
What's outside of science?
Wait, hold on, really quick.
Just hold on.
I was just gonna say.
Deconstruction. You were gonna make an announcement of atheist creator who needs help.
Yeah, so Amadeus Almighty, I don't know if anybody's seen his kid's in hospice with only a couple days left, probably. And so his partner is doing a fundraiser trivia thing tonight. If anybody has the ability to just stop in and, show support, he's going through a really hard time. Well, his kid only has a couple days left, probably. Yeah. So, Madam E. Storm is going to have a trivia here in about 10 minutes starting. Hopefully,
Do they,
out.
Do they have like a donation link or something?
It's going to be in the live once you get there.
Okay.
Is what she said.
What was that live again? What was
share
that?
the live.
It's for Amadeus Almighty. It's his son's is
Amadeus
dying.
Almighty. Okay.
Yeah. So her name is Madam E. Storm. It's got like storm with a little cloud and the dragon symbol next to it. But if you just stop in for a couple minutes and just show some love, it would.
What time is that again?
It starts in 10 minutes.
8:00.
So I don't want to take away from your live. Those people could just stop in for a few and just show some love.
Oh no, you're good.
He's going through a rough time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate of rough time. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm glad that
He's a
I could
good
help
dude,
get the
sadly.
announcement out.
Thank you so much, Coco.
If you
Absolutely.
don't mind me saying so, I pray the Lord gives them comfort in this time.
Amen.
Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna go help her get ready
Hell yeah.
as best I can. Thank you. Y'all have a great one.
All right,
You too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
Sean.
not. Which of the things that I mentioned are not under the purview of science?
Well, Sean, I just want to
Well,
say
evolution
something real quick,
isn't evolution isn't scientific at all.
Okay, gotcha.
Wait,
So
wait,
you're
real
a-
quick. So
Oh,
here's a
no,
problem.
Rob, because he flips out if I address you. Like,
Well,
No,
no,
it's
it's
fine.
open. It's an
It's
open
fine.
panel. It's an open panel.
It's fine. I had to say
Sean,
my stuff. Okay, I had to rebuttal you because you were talking to me and then you just bounced off of me and went to Rob. Okay, and I was like, no, you don't just get to rebuttal me without a rebuttal. Okay, just Kerman Codicy.
yeah. So to you, biological evolution is not under the purview of biology, which is a field branch of science.
Yeah, I never said that. Never said that.
Well, you said it's not under the purview of science. If it's not under the purview of science, biology is under the purview of science. So it would follow that it's not under the purview of biology. Is biology
No.
science?
No, that's a word concept fallacy right there.
No.
And now you're
There-
putting words in my mouth. I never brought up biology.
You said it's not under the purview of science, and I reiterated. So you're saying it's not under the purview of biology, and then you said I never said that. Biology is science. So if you're saying it's not under the purview of science,
Biology is science. It is the
Yes.
thing, or does it use the method?
it's a branch of science.
Yeah.
That's what I said before. You're trying to just like parse
Is
words.
science? No, I'm not parsing words. I'm trying to get to a correct definition of what things are. Is
Biology-
science a method, or is biology the method that science works off of, or is the scientific method is what biology works
Okay,
off of?
okay.
I'm wondering.
I'm not dealing with an honest interlocutor now.
Oh, wow.
I'm fully convinced of it.
All right, Rob. Here you
There's
go. It's up to
There's
you,
the
bro.
fake, there's the fake laugh as a rhetorical device. The
No,
forced
fake
laugh.
laugh. No, dude, trust me. This
Yeah,
is
so biology
it's
is
a
a
true
method
laugh.
to study the natural world. There are fields, science is a method to study the natural world. There are branches of science, fields of study within science. They all apply the scientific method. Biology is one of them. If you
Yes.
say biological evolution is not under the purview of science,
No, I said evolution.
it stands to study. I said
your Big
yes,
Bang
evolution.
theory.
What do you? I
Brought
said
up the Big
biological
Bang
evolution.
theory. I said
No,
your
I
Big
literally.
Bang theory. It's
No,
not
you literally said.
scientifical.
You literally said. Okay, so you agree that I asked you what's not science, and you said evolution, right?
No, you brought up the Big Bang. I said that's not a scientific method.
I asked you
can't-
which
you
of the
can't
things
use a scientific method.
you're
to
lying about what you
observe-
said. I asked you. Everyone heard it. Which of the things that I mentioned is not under the purview of science? And you said evolution.
Evolution, and your Big Bang theory are
When you
not
stop
under
saying
the.
scientifical, that's not a word, gang.
Okay.
It's not.
So-
no, I've been saying it's not underneath the
bi-
scientific method.
Is so
Scientific method. Because can you tell me where we observed the Big Bang theory?
you don't have to observe an event happening to
You don't have
like
to
the thing
observe
happening.
an event happening.
Yeah, you don't have to observe the actual event, but we actually have observed evolution in many studies of fruit flies, bacteria, etc.
Can I
So,
jump in? Like,
and by the way, if you go to first of all, I want to clarify your position. You're once again saying evolution does not fall under the purview of science, right? That's what you're saying. Yes or no?
Yeah, it doesn't follow the scientific method.
Okay, so which would mean it doesn't fall under the purview of biology because that's a field of study under science,
then
right?
yeah, I would say
Okay,
that. Yeah.
then why did you like do
Okay,
this
I'll
whole
bite the bullet.
performative?
I'll
I
bite
didn't
the
say
bullet.
that.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, okay.
I concede. I'll bite the bullet. It does
Okay.
not follow underneath the scientific method.
That's nuts.
You just said
Yeah.
it. You just said
Can I,
scientific. Please stop saying
Then
that's scientific.
where did you
I kind of want
observe
to get
it?
back to what we were talking about.
Wait,
'cause
hold
I think
on.
we kinda veered
Let
off.
J-Rob get it, and then also, I'm thinking
Yeah,
about
Rob needs to get in here.
in 5 minutes. I'm thinking about joining someone's live to debate because they have really interesting discussions. But if you type in "I am Lena 101," I'm probably gonna be there. I mean,
All right.
that's
All
where
right.
I'm going. Actually,
If you're leaving in 5 minutes, I'm not even going to get started with Rob because that's not enough time.
I'm a mod there, so I'm gonna totally mute you, Coco.
damn, don't do that. I'm about to debate
Just
heavy over
kidding.
there. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Okay, well then Sean, we got like what, 4 minutes now, probably 3 minutes. Okay.
4 minutes.
So let's hash this out real quick. Okay. So what part of the evolution process follows under the scientific method?
So for example, novel predictions. So
Novel
there are,
predictions.
yes, that is part of the scientific method. Yes.
Can you give me the scientific method real quick?
You start with a hypothesis that needs to fit
No,
the
you
data.
can't start with a hypothesis. You have to start with
Yes,
an
that's
observation
literally
first,
what you
right?
That's
do.
how you do. Yeah, you start,
It starts with a hypothesis.
and then you
and
start
then you have,
evaluating.
Do you know
the
what a
data.
hypothesis is?
Do you have to observe first?
No.
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 No?
No.
When does observation come in?
So first,
Hypothesis.
so really quick, first you make a hypothesis, and then you're basically looking at the data, and trying to see if you can prove your hypothesis wrong or if the data corresponds with your hypothesis. Your hypothesis is like an educated guess on.
Do you
what might
need
be
to
the case.
observe anything in order to have a hypothesis?
No. You can literally just say
No.
like, this is what I think is going to happen, and then I'm going to look at the data and see if this is what happens or. Maybe something
No,
else
that
will
data
happen.
needs to conform to my points of view. That's what I say.
Oh, so
How would you how would you be able to have an hypothesis without observation?
it's basically your best
So-
educated guess on like.
You're trying to explain a phenomena that happened that well, I guess you could say you observe that. But there's a phenomena or something that requires explaining, and then you come up with a hypothesis, meaning an idea that fits the current data but hasn't quite been borne out. And then there's testing, you got to make novel predictions, etc., that will fit into your hypothesis, and you try to falsify it, try to prove it wrong. So for example, if we ever found a modern day rabbit in
Wait.
Go ahead. What? I can't give you an example.
If you're going to find something, would you have to observe?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying you
Yeah.
don't have to. What I'm saying you don't have to observe is the explanation itself. Like, because if you don't need, you wouldn't test for it if it's something you can observe like directly. So, for
Yeah,
example.
The first process would be an observation, right?
So for example, we were able to ascertain that the Earth is round and going around the sun with just data before we were actually able to observe it happening. Although we see the sun go over the horizon.
All
and
right, guys,
circle
it's
around.
ready.
He's talking about something else, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot I was unmuted. I'm making tacos for my kids with homemade tortillas. So, be jealous.
Like,
What kind of tacos?
let me just say, like, I love like Mexican or Hispanic culture because like tacos and like what are they called? Tamales are like chef's kiss. Like
It's
such a good-
tamales, not
No,
tamales.
No, tamales.
Tamales.
Wait, no. You have
Nika's-
to say with the accent. You have to say tamales.
Tamales.
So this is carne asada, right? And
Yes.
then and I'm making like homemade tortillas. See?
Sí, pendejo.
There you go.
Just joking. Just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, Nika's not a real Mexican, by the way. She's in the comments. Don't believe her if she comes into your live. Says
Damn,
she's a
that's crazy.
Mexican. Yeah, don't
I'm
believe her.
half of you.
She's LARPing, just like I'm not smart as right now.
wait,
LARPing on
actually,
what?
wait, I forgot you guys
I'm
have
half,
beef.
okay? I'm half. I can LARP a little bit, okay? I can LARP a
Yeah,
little bit. I'm half, okay?
yeah. When Nika makes tortillas, I'll build a wall. How about that?
Seep in the hole.
Damn. Not Nika in the comments saying ice ice baby. That's crazy, bro. But
Coco,
okay.
get your girl.
Wait, I don't even know what I say to that. Oh, I forgot that you guys were having beef, but Nika, he's Mexican. Be nice. You guys are both Hispanics. We need to work together to take down Donald Trump.
Hey, no.
Minorities stick together.
Yeah, I think she's gone.
Oh damn.
Run away.
But I guess with that, yeah, I'm gonna go to this person's live. I am Lena101. Just type that into TikTok, and then you'll find where I'm gonna go. It's an African American woman.
Hey, Sean, it's always fun getting into you with you.
Wait, get what? Pause.
Getting into you.
Pause.
No, getting in with you.
You said
You dirty boy.
Getting into it with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Sean.
it would have to
Freudian-
be.
fun
I don't roll
That's
engaging
that
a
way.
Freudian slip if I've ever heard one.
I
It's
don't roll
fun
that way.
engage-
It has to be the right price. Man.
Oh my god! Now
you
you're
have
gonna
a price too. Don't lie.
No.
You have a price.
I mean, I do have a price, Loki.
I have a price. Yeah, have a price. But dude, no,
it's
what
not
I'm
gay
saying,
if it's for pay.
exactly. And so I'm just saying it's fun. Hashing it out with you, dude. You're a cool dude. You can take it. I can take
Or-
it. It's
Pause.
fun.
Pause. Like, y'all need to stop, man.
Okay. All right. Well, the next time I see you, Sean, I'll fucking.
No,
blow you a
if I were
kiss.
that way, I'd be a giver, not a receiver.
Me too.
Whoa.
Well, you're definitely not any of that. So you're just a receiver. You just take the beating and the beating and the beating, and you have no rebuttal
Nah,
to my
not
arguments.
Nah,
You haven't
Well, I mean,
been able to
like,
give one
you're
yet.
a legend in
You
your own
haven't
mind.
been able
You're
to
a very
give one
scientifical
yet.
person.
I mean, technically, I don't mind being dominated, but I mean,
What
I could do
the-
the domination.
Oh, you want you a little
Sean,
dominatrix
come
there?
on, dude. Come on.
Nico,
Come on.
come get your boy.
You gotta
Yo,
admit,
it-
you haven't been able to refute anything any argument I give you. You haven't been able to refute one.
I can see why you would say that. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Wait, hold on. Wait, don't you guys think it's don't you guys think it's hot if a woman
would rely
ties you
on
to the
what,
bed
though? But what
and
would that
whips
rely
you?
on, though? What would the Dunning-Kruger effect rely on?
Human psychology.
Human
People who are-
psychology. And then how would you
people-
justify it? How would you
People who
justify
are
that?
incompetent
How would you
overestimate
justify
their own abilities.
How would you justify that?
How would I
You guys,
justify that?
you guys don't drip candles on each
so
other?
You
So
can't
would-
do it. You
Candle wax?
So is the opposite true? If someone has a lack of confidence, they're
I'm totally
probably
kidding.
not.
No,
Yeah.
no. It always comes down to this argument with him, which is cool. It's fine, but it comes down to like, how do we have these JTVs? Okay, how do we have these? Okay, and his reply is always, we just do or we
Don't try. No, don't even try.
It is. It
Okay.
is. Then how do we have
I've
a
never even
JTV?
discussed
How
that.
do
I've
we
never
have
even
one?
justified true belief
Yeah. How?
because we have functioning brains. That
Because
process
we have
information.
functioning brains. Exactly.
Right,
My
right.
point.
You guys should
Because
hash
it
this out
is
some
or we
other
don't
time. I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna head out.
All right, dude. Take care.
See you guys around.
Deuces, Coco.
stupid.
All right.
My eyes were shut.
Which one of y'all the group leader? Which one of y'all the group leader?
We just met. Me and her just met.
Oh, y'all just met?
Me and her just met. Me and her have been friends since birth. We clicking like this for real.
Oh, y'all in Chicago? Chicago for real?
Yes,
no
bro.
bullshit. I'm literally about to be in Chicago in 14.
What you mean? Okay. Oh, okay.
What was that? Dang.
I don't know what that was. But stopping you from what, Breezy? Just ask the question.
He's talking about the thing that y'all talked about yesterday.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
No, we're moving on.
Well, let me ask Coco. Coco, okay, let's see if Coco will be honest.
Lena, these niggas can't. You gotta wash these niggas' mouths out.
Coco,
I know. I gotta take them right to the sink.
do you believe that atheism is a belief?
Depends how you're defining it.
Wait a minute, Breezy. Hold on. Coco, introduce yourself. Wait, Cece, go ahead.
Yeah, we didn't introduce Cece. You
Yeah.
can't skip over her.
Oh, so my name is.
Hey, not you, Coco. Not you.
Okay.
Cece.
Hey, Lena.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi. Why don't you believe hell exists? Because I'm Jewish. Is that not what you wanted me to do?
No, that's not what you.
I'm Jewish.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm C. I'm black and I'm young.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, love.
I love Lena.
I love you.
Oh, did you want now is this the why don't you believe hell exists?
Yes.
Because I'm Jewish. And if there is no hell or final judgment, how do you think ultimate justice for evil should work?
Chris, my bad. That's me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. My mom popped by my house and heard me say I'm black and not Puerto Rican and black, so now she mad.
Where'd you get Jewish from?
Well, no, so I study Kabbalah, so I'm a little Jewish. But
Hey, Prince is a Christian.
He's not a Christian.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
He is.
Oh, okay, Prince. Come on back on the other side.
I
Hey,
think
Prince, are you
justice.
Catholic?
Think.
Nah,
Knock it off.
non-denominational,
Knock
but
it
people
off.
always think that I'm Eastern Orthodox.
I think it's because you're Hispanic.
Prince, you're Puerto Rican and black too? Hey, we in the building. Yeah, my mom
half Puerto
doesn't play.
Rican too. Yeah.
Wait, you said you're half Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Lena, what?
Oh,
you
my
never said
goodness.
that. All the
Niggas
times we
always
had Latina
claim-
mommy talks,
Don't believe
you ain't never
that.
told me.
No, my grandfather is.
Niggas
I
are
believe
always
my
black and Native American.
seriously,
Darisha,
bro.
stop.
No,
Stop
y'all think
it.
I'm
They
freaking
need
playing
to
call
stop.
mom right now, dude.
Black people always
That's crazy,
claim to
Lena.
I'm super duper serious, bro. That's why I look like this.
She said that's why I look like this.
Like a regular nigga. What?
That's why my face hits yours.
That's why I look like this. Don't you see this weave? Don't you see
That's
this
why my face
lace
hits
front?
yours.
Oh my God.
Maybe your weave is Puerto Rican.
No, I do
Listen.
see it though. I do see it though. Like,
Come on.
no lie.
Don't you see how I look? What,
No,
a
you
nigga?
don't.
Bro,
I used to tell people. I used to tell people I was Native American in high school. Y'all
Lena,
need
did
to
you just
stop
hear
it.
Ron?
I heard what he said. He trying to get me back for what I said earlier, probably.
Lena, you
Girl,
know
he get on my
doggone
nerves.
well you full-fledged.
I'm
Stop
not.
it.
I'm actually not. Like
You
my
a
grandfather.
full-fledged nigga,
My
okay?
mom told me that her grandfather. She
Damn,
believes
that's
her
crazy,
grandfather
right?
was Puerto Rican. That's what she told me before he unalived. Before he
Think.
died.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, no, see, you look like you mixed with something, but
I
Lena,
told you.
Lena's a thoroughbred.
Oh, you talking about her? No, me. I am mixed with something. Don't you see my face?
You know we come in all shapes and colors and sizes,
This is
right?
gonna piss me
Like
off.
I'm
my
not gonna lie,
face.
bro. Let's just move on.
My
Never
face
mind.
looks like a Indian or a
What
No,
are you
not an
talking
Indian.
about?
Not an Indian.
Honest,
Taino.
Okay,
she
I went too
making it
far. I went
up.
too far
Oh
with
my-
that one.
No, it's
Okay.
like you
Think,
got
are you
Taino
hearing
facial
this?
features.
I look like
Hey.
a Puerto Rican.
Are you hearing this?
I'm a Puerto Rican,
Puerto
half Puerto
Rican,
Rican,
what?
and
You can't look Puerto Rican.
I'm half Puerto Rican, black, and probably
Oh
even
my
white tea. If you
no.
think about it, I don't know.
White? Man.
Okay, I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking about the whitey. Okay,
Y'all
okay,
doing too
okay.
much.
But I'm really am half Puerto Rican. I think.
I
I
believe
think.
you.
I think. I
Niggas
think.
want to be everything but niggas.
No, my opinion, the only one that matters. My opinion is the only one that matters on this subject. You're
Why
good.
can't niggas just be black?
Because when I say I'm just black, my mom starts smacking me in the back of the head.
Well, no, you
Okay.
different. See, you look like you mixed with something, but Lena is a thoroughbred. She's a
No, you don't
full-fledged.
know that.
Racist. You only
My
think that because I'm white as
grandfather,
hell.
my mom. So I believe my grandfather.
Lena, you the
You say
same
great.
complexion
I
as
Dorisha,
believe
your
my
Great
mom.
mom.
granddad.
Dorisha, show your
Is it your
PNs
mom's
right now.
I
granddad?
stand with you. I know you're Puerto Rican. Don't let them
Let's
talk
move
down to you
on.
because
I
they
can't
do.
handle the
You want to
lies.
show?
Show your.
No, he
Wait,
doesn't.
I
Go and
thought the
Google
Slender
that
Man
shit.
was
Go
white.
and Google that shit, content. Yes.
Hey, y'all stop that cussing.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
Did you get the picture, Lena, of your mom?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a picture of my mom. People don't think that I'm half Puerto Rican.
But no,
Girl, I believe
watch.
you. It's okay.
Because if you see her mom and her
Because
dad,
my mom
oh,
is nowhere near like my color and anything, or like her mom is like red too. But why is
Lena, I
my
got cousins that
grandma?
look like you. I got. Which lesbian woman?
No, because
He's not gay. He's just a weird ass nigga.
I don't. I don't think so.
Listen, like I wish I had a picture like of my mom. Like
It's okay. Yeah,
like
that's a regular.
how in the hamburger is my mom this color?
My auntie look like that, and she full nigga, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, she looks exactly. She looks like. Well, you look like her.
Well, she told me she think that her. Okay, she got. Well,
If that's not a
it's
black
long
woman,
story.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, that's not a black
Whatever.
woman.
What?
Yeah, I'm just. It's denial. It's racial denial.
y'all see, you see what I'm talking about? Think like what are we even?
It's not even.
He had me at a young age.
No, she
Oh
looked
my
good, of
goodness.
course.
Lena, that was
It's like I'm having a conversation with my cousin Jay Butler.
That side of the end. Why would
I had a whole
She
conversation with
had
him.
me at a young age. Well, because she do look young. I know people.
No, she look good. It's okay. It's okay. People, it's rare to find
You know
milk and stuff like that these days.
Black don't crack at all.
That's where you
Some
get all your
niggas be cracking.
Black don't crack unless they start doing it. You feel me?
What's her Instagram
no.
for research purposes? Dark, don't you play? Absolutely not.
Wait, your mama married?
Someone's trying to hit on your mother in the comments.
It's okay,
Let's see
Lena.
how
I got
this nigga
3
look.
friends who want to take my mom on a date.
Let's see how this nigga look.
My mama always got those type of
Oh my gosh,
eyebrows.
BZ, you are so messy.
Wait, see, is your mom
I'm
white?
not gonna lie, he look like he likes the
What are you
older.
talking about? What do you
just
think the
saw her.
purpose of this
I'm 30 years
conversation
old,
was?
so like,
30
you know, I'm
Yeah.
older than everybody here.
Is your
except
mom
for
white?
Risen.
No,
Why do
she
you
was
think we got
32.
into this conversation thing?
Bro.
Except
No,
for
said
Risen.
except
We
for
got
me.
here because my mom is.
Yes. Ain't you older than me?
Lena, C is older than you too.
I'm not
I
older
was
than you.
born in 85.
Lena,
Damn. What the
Oh
fuck?
no!
Damn!
Damn. That is
Y'all gotta
you my
leave
mama
Risen
age.
alone, bro.
85 is
that's
crazy.
85.
That
My
explains
brother
he's
was
going
born
through
in the
dementia.
90s.
That
85
that
is
explains
crazy.
everything.
That's
Risen. It's time
ancient
to
at
put
this
you in a
point.
home.
Who the fuck's born in
time to-
85? Don't say that
Yeah.
out
Wait a
loud, please.
minute. Why is y'all getting
Don't say that out loud,
Hey,
please.
y'all
Do we even
Were they
have
using
rights from
typewriters
1980?
back then?
Don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
think we have
Risen,
rights
mom's
from
Y'all better
1985.
send me coins for all these cuss words. Every
Risen,
time you
You're
cuss and
welcome.
say, "Oh,
You're
go to the
welcome.
coin section and get me my
This is
coin."
crazy.
Risen. My mother
Yeah,
was born in
guys.
1985.
House rules: 1 coin per Yeah, curse word. probably.
Come on now, Coco. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Really, you guys should be
man.
should
I
be
see
sending
why
my
he
kids.
official.
Thank
Like
you.
Rosas.
1985 is crazy. I'm sorry
I
for
see why
Risen.
Risen
I'm
is
saying, my
official.
mama was
I
born
was
in
graduating
Risen,
college
you're
while
born
y'all
in
was
85?
still
That was you?
in. Yeah.
Yeah, Risen.
Yeah,
was
I
old
think
and
Yeah,
crazy.
y'all was
Collectively,
graduating. Y'all was graduating college while y'all was being born. Like,
Right.
Come on
Gonna
now.
lie. This is
Nigga,
crazy.
41 years old. Good God.
I see why you're a Christian.
41 years old.
well, in
41.
August I'll be 41.
41 is
y'all.
tough. How is
Guys,
that?
if we
Bro,
pull
how
all
are you
our money
41 and still
together,
Christian?
controversial. If we pull all our money together, we can put Risen in a home.
You too down from being a
I ain't gonna
pawpaw.
lie. I think we need to put
I
our
got 6
money
figures of
together for a
equity. I ain't
funeral. He
going
ain't
to
got too
no
much
home.
time
What you
left.
talking about?
Oh, let them know, Risen.
Okay.
Period. Let them know.
He's old enough
Hey,
to know
that's what
about
happened when you
investments.
start working all them years, man. You old as
Hold
hell,
on.
bro.
My mama didn't look
Oh
Puerto
my
Rican. Half Puerto
God
Rican.
damn.
Like her dad
This
is
nigga gonna
like,
sneeze and just blow away at any day.
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, this is the oldest person I've ever
Okay, can we
like
get to the prompt, please?
I'm
spoken
good.
to on this app.
Absolutely
Though, like
not.
we have to
I mean,
acknowledge
this was
that.
your fault, Dorisha.
Okay, it's my fault. My
That
bad.
nigga,
We can have after party after.
I
I'll make
never
a
thought I'd see a
bonfire.
day somebody older than
home.
Ron, though. Ron
No,
Hopkins could not be the
Matter of
oldest
fact,
y'all
let's
man.
make the
not know.
bonfire
What you mean,
now.
Dorisha older than me?
He is
But women
32.
don't count.
Who is 32?
What's
Okay,
a
Risen's
bonfire?
older than me.
See, you told
Bonfire
me he
is
was
just
32
you can
years
talk
old.
about
And I
anything you want to
lied.
talk about. And
Oh.
well, for now, no. Believers bonfire is when I have Bible study.
Well, nigga, how old are you?
None of
Right
your
now,
business.
if I make a bonfire, it's just for conversation only. That's
Oh
it.
no, she's Kevin. She
Are we
really
talking about the
32.
prompt or not?
Yeah, let's move on. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, let's move on.
Well, while we're off of being Puerto Rican, finally, I can answer the second question. I think that the ultimate justice for evil should be on earth. I think that during the life that you commit the act, you should be punished properly for it. That is it. Who was next?
Somebody said that yesterday, right? Okay, that's Coco.
How does that even work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jail. The chair. The electric chair.
Well,
I can
people
No,
show
I
you.
know there's more. There's
Okay,
more
we'll respond
unsolved.
afterwards. Okay, go ahead, Coco.
Hey, my name's Coco. I'm an agnostic. Basically, that means that whenever someone asks me, "Does God exist?" I say, "I don't know. I don't think we have the ability to know, and I don't think we have enough information to know." So I can answer that. I would say I know this isn't the Christian position. I don't want to straw man it, but we shouldn't be waiting for I'm waiting until we die for God to do justice for us, right? I think that we can do justice ourselves, right? And how I'm going to define justice is going to be human beings trying to some extent, give the equal to any transgression, right? So if somebody jaywalks, I don't think that we should be tying their hands and legs to two opposing horses and smacking the horses to run in two different directions. I think that's too cruel of a punishment for jaywalking, right? But if somebody tosses a baby in a blender and blends it up and drinks it, then yeah, we should probably give them the electric chair or probably give them some kind of punishment that's equivalent to the thing that they did. And God's not really dishing out any punishments anytime soon. We have to trust that God exists and that this person is going to be punished in the afterlife. We don't even know if that's going to happen. So that's my take.
Okay. Well, you don't only I know you wanted to say something off of I just need one more non-believer if they wanted to come up. But I know you was gonna say something.
Oh, I didn't answer the prompt yet.
Oh, you wanted to say something about it? You can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, well, I do believe that hell does exist for sure. And as for the second one, if there is no hell or judgment, how do we... Oh, okay. Well, I can't answer the second one technically. So that's it. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so just chat. Honestly, I feel however it goes, it just... Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Hello, CF.
What's up?
Hi, are you a non-believer?
I am a non-believer.
I
and
love
I'm 22.
him.
I love him too.
Okay. Well, you guys.
Yeah, I also love Drew. What the heck? Don't make me feel left out.
I love that nigga too. I don't even know him, but he's
him.
trying love.
There's enough love to go around. It's all good.
Yeah, I love him too.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ain't no love like Christian love.
Ain't none for real.
Wait, swear if this was an official debate, the team atheist is stacked, bro. We're about to cook the Christians, bro.
We're about to smash you with a frying pan, dude.
Look at my team, bro.
Lena, why did you just
Breezy,
what? Lena,
freaking
why
eggs
did you
and
get
sausage
violent?
biscuit.
You just got so violent.
Breezy, what you saying? We gotta
You know what's crazy?
slam dunk you with a freaking sausage and sandwich and freaking
All right,
And
Lena.
a biscuit.
All right.
right.
Calm it
Yeah,
down.
but
Good job,
Take your high blood pressure medication.
That was a good job. You tried.
That was really good.
You tried. That was a good job.
Yo, but look at my team. We got the Omnist. We got CF Jewel.
Yo, bro, like,
Bro, let me
Terisha
introduce my
the type
team.
be
So I
like-
got
First of all, the
Breezy,
Omnist ain't
freaking
strap,
Terisha
okay?
the type. I know you are, but what am
Breeze
I?
over here. I got the
Ignore him.
I know.
He's not
She
good.
know every freaking thing. I got Risen. He rolls like.
Let's talk about slavery.
We got freaking Prince, the
Oh my
Prince of
God.
Bel Air. Don't freaking play with us, dude.
Period.
As a matter of fact, Coco, you're like an agnostic. You're not even an atheist. Like,
Well,
you're not
like
even
based on the psychological definition
Crack
of an atheist.
myself up.
you're like
You don't
second
even
string
like Risen.
atheist. Bro.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
do like. What you talking about?
Not
you
really an
don't.
atheist.
You know damn well you
Oh my goodness. We're
That's my Risen.
okay. Can we just agree that we're both equally
Don't
stacked
lie.
up?
Don't
No,
lie.
we gotta. We have
Why
to be
is
superior.
Rome talking? Can we drop Rome? Why is he talking?
I mean, y'all might
my
lose. I think.
God.
I think
I know
y'all.
you ain't talking.
First of
Hey,
all,
who
my
said
name is not
something?
Velma.
Wait
Thank
a
you very much.
minute.
Shut
Who
up.
said I don't like?
Whatever you
Hold
are,
on,
Hannah.
y'all. Wait a minute.
My name is
That's not her.
fuck you.
How I don't
sorry.
like Risen?
Her name is
Bro.
Jamal Kwan. If you
Bro,
didn't
do
know.
Lena like Risen? Yes or
Oh.
no?
I
Is he a
can't.
believer?
I can't answer that.
Oh, because you're fake. Okay, anyways, you don't like Risen.
Risen, are you a believer?
Risen said.
Risen, are you a believer?
I'll
He
send the
is.
coin.
Risen said that without Christianity, he would be committing atrocities. He said that if the Christian God wasn't real, he wouldn't be morally good and he'd be committing atrocities.
Wait, no, Risen,
Lena,
you're
you love
a
that?
Christian. Oh my gosh, Risen, you're a
That don't
Christian,
mean
right?
that I don't mess with Rizzy.
I'm not gonna lie, you just.
Wait, hold on, wait. That's like actually. So if you found out that God didn't exist tomorrow, you guys would turn into the Purge, basically.
No,
Not
only
you guys.
Risen.
What
Not
do
you
you
guys.
guys?
That
What
was
do you mean
me
you
and my.
guys?
You know
What
what?
the
I can
hell?
speak for myself. Matter of
Okay,
fact,
let
everybody
him
just
speak for
calm
himself.
down.
Yeah, let
He
him speak
already
for
been
himself. I
You
was
know
asking
what?
him
I
to
don't
do
Let
that.
the
like this.
old man speak.
Rizzy has been getting targeted all day, bro.
I know how that
It's
feels.
because
Trust
I'm
me.
old. That's what it is.
Risen targets
Is it?
people.
Is
What are
it?
you
Is he
talking about?
wrong for getting targeted? Dude?
Oh my
He
god.
should not
So
kill
Like,
here's
his
what it is,
bro.
right?
and I mean that
If God
respectfully
doesn't
though.
exist,
Hey, y'all
right?
is
If God doesn't exist,
it's
right?
crazy,
Then you
man.
don't have, for me in my worldview, there is no objective standard for right or wrong. So I can make my own subjective standard, which my subjective standard is whatever you have now belongs to me and my family. That's my subjective standard. And so whatever you got, I'm coming to get. And if you can't stop me, what you gonna do about it? But just bow down and take it. Like what you gonna do?
Breezy, what?
Oh, okay, so if you found out tomorrow, if like literally like
No, you're gonna repeat it. There's not. You can't be that slow, that dense.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait. I'm gonna do a reductio of your view.
Okay.
No, let it happen. Let it happen.
Because
Go
you're
ahead,
an
y'all.
atheist. There's no reductio. It's the
Before
same
you do
worldview
that,
that you have.
Before you do that, can CF Jewel finish his
Yeah, he
answering of
sure
the
enough
debate?
can, cause like
Yeah, go for it.
the freaking Coco had gave him like a freaking
Oh, this
introduction that
nigga
I've never
nuts.
seen before. So I had to like turn my crew up a little bit. You feel me? Like,
Breezy, you're crazy for what you mentioned in the comments. That's crazy.
all right, CF, welcome to the panel, CF. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Don't mind these folks.
I'm 22. I'm an atheist. Why don't I believe hell exists? Because I don't think God is logically possible, so hell just doesn't exist. If there's no hell, how do you define? I think ultimate justice comes from logic, right? And knowing what's like objectively moral comes from logic. If that makes any sense, if that answers the question.
That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. If I'm bigger and badder, I'm taking everything you got. I don't know why y'all don't understand that.
No, there's a logically like objective standard of which we should all live to outside of God.
Why?
Y'all
What ties you
finna
to
make me
an
take
art
my
form?
wig off. So my wig is already
There's
off.
really like 2,000 years of philosophy when it comes to
I
like.
get to like.
Why should I
Who's the
listen to this?
philosopher? Look, I'll bring me to the philosopher, right? I'm gonna see what he got that I want. And
See,
I'm gonna
but this
take
is
what he
the
got.
issue, though.
Wait, here's Risen. You've been debating.
You're.
Okay.
It sounds like you're more afraid of going to hell and getting judged than you are of being a bad.
There is no
person.
hell.
Than you
just took
are
God
of being.
away.
1 second.
You took.
Than you are of being a bad person. Because if the only reason that you are
No.
good is because of a God and
Yes, girl.
You see, look, you're missing the point. You can't call me good or bad. You can't say You can't say what is good or bad. If there's no God, there's no objective standard.
we've given you several times. We've had several conversations.
So look. How about this? Whenever do you have pets?
Yep.
Okay, like dogs maybe.
No.
Does anybody have dogs or
I had a
multiple of
Chihuahua.
the same kind of pet? Okay, so for example, like we have house cats. They're not mine. They're my wife's and my little daughter. But anyway, I have to separate them because one likes to go and eat the other one's food. Right? The other one is bigger, so the other one just like walks away and just lets them eat the food. I have to step in and be like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You need to move over here and eat your own food. It happens all the time. Why? Because this cat is bigger. This cat is badder. This cat is going to dominate over the other one. Now, are they exhibiting some kind of poor morals? Or are they just exhibiting natural phenomenon that we see in nature, which is who gonna stop me? That's what survival of the fittest is. And if there's no God to set a moral stance so that humans can separate themselves from animals, then I am now an animal. And if I'm smarter than you and I'm fitter than you, then I'm going to outwit you and I'm going to use whatever resources I can to make what you have for me and my family. That's simple.
With God, you're still an animal. It doesn't make you not an animal anymore.
Yeah, you just aren't
objective
having the same
standard.
conversation.
I don't
So
understand.
survival of the fittest is what evolution believes in. Like that's what kind of like run through.
Well, no, not technically. So
yes, it is.
Yes,
evolution doesn't have a belief.
About?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, it do evolve
That's
around
all
that.
evolution is: survival of the fittest. What are you talking about?
But it doesn't have evolution. Doesn't hold the belief that survival of the fittest is the
Okay,
Is that a
just because
belief?
my
Is
wording was wrong, that
you're
is
right,
what,
Lena?
if you
No,
look
don't
it
let them.
up.
Don't
I
let them
mean,
like gaslight you.
Well, actually,
No,
No,
that's
words
true.
are so important.
That's exactly what evolution is.
well, that's what it is,
Evolution's not
though.
a belief.
Maybe let
Evolution
somebody
is
else explain
clearly
it, Risen.
stated.
Maybe let somebody else explain it.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
so-
let you explain it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on. So technically, like,
That's what I thought.
so I think, I guess you guys are right. Okay, like I can concede it, but basically, like, all evolution is going to entail is that, well, wait, hold on. Okay, evolution entails that, like, over time, there's genetic mutation happening and a change in allele frequencies that are going to produce, like, a bunch of different traits. That's what evolution is saying. Now, in regards to, like, who survives and passes on their traits, that's going to be like natural selection, which is probably like a different thing. Evolution is not like evolution is not saying like evolution is not saying survival of the fittest. Evolution is just saying given
Wait,
billions of
Coco, do
years
you
in
think
the
natural selection is like the universe, like picking out animals out of the group that are going to live, or is it going to be the fittest surviving over the ones that are unfit?
Yeah, so the species that ends up surviving, they're going to be able to mate. They're going to be able to adapt to their
So
environments.
survival of the fittest, which is natural selection. It's the same thing, but the way that you're like framing it is going to be like natural selection is going to be picking out these animals, and it's like sweet and they're surviving, but that's not what it is, right? It's survival of the fittest.
I don't
What
think it's
animal is in better
necessarily the
shape,
fittest, though,
understands
right?
the
Like,
environment.
certain animals fit into certain jobs that allow for certain like ecological societies to thrive. Right?
Exactly.
It
They
doesn't
fit into their
necessarily mean you have
position.
to be the strongest to survive. There are
Fittest isn't
frogs that still
strongest.
survive in
That's
societies where
conflation.
lions exist.
That's a
Right?
conflation.
No,
Yeah,
because
but
they
they're
each
able
fill
to
out their
camouflage.
ecological role in the way that they are
Nowhere
supposed
did
to.
I say that being the fittest meant that you were the strongest. You
No,
can
I
fit
agree.
into your niche, into the environment.
Yeah, but filling
Yeah.
filling a niche doesn't necessarily mean that you are.
You're the
Just because you're
fittest for
better
your
at one
niche.
thing doesn't mean that you
There's
deserve
no
resources
argument
over
to
others.
Like,
this.
bro.
I don't. Wait, Prince. I don't know why they're arguing to this at all. Like, this is their entire worldview. They're like trying to disprove their worldview or something. What's
Well, no,
going on
like
here?
it's just like what
We're
you did was
making
kind of
sure
a straw
terms are
man.
correct.
Like so like evolution. All evolution is saying is that like given billions of years and the change of allele frequencies and like genetic mutation, you'll see a bunch of different traits. Now, natural selection, which is a completely different thing, right, is saying that like given that evolution happens and animals are born into a certain environment, the animals with certain traits are going to be able to survive, mate, or be more attractive to like spouses. And like they're going to be able to survive rather than other creatures. Like for example, short-necked giraffes went extinct because they couldn't eat the plants that they were supposed to eat, which were on like tall trees, right? Well, long-necked
giraffes.
Yeah, we used to have short-necked
What
giraffes.
the heck is a short-necked giraffe?
That used to be an animal that existed. It no
It's like
longer
a horse
exists.
kind of, right? But
Yeah.
a giraffe, but
you
then they
just
got
call it a
longer
zebra.
necks.
Imagine imagine a giraffe with the same coloration and everything.
Well, you don't
but,
have to go into it.
They're
I'm
short-necked.
just trolling, but it's whatever.
Yeah, you're good. Happens.
Yeah, but still, I'm just justifying my position as an atheist.
I think what you're not realizing is that Risen just said what you said, but like in the human form. So in order for my family to survive through natural selection, given evolution, I'm just going to use the abilities that like my tribe developed over time to secure resources for my family in any means possible, right?
Yeah.
That's what
I
we
mean,
see
you're
every
basically
animal does.
Yeah, you're basically going to use your genetics, your intelligence, and like whatever you got.
My prowess. I'm seducing all y'all women. Like,
okay, well, I mean,
I'm spreading my royal seed.
I think what we're forgetting in this conversation is like the importance of logic that comes with being such a developed figure, right? Like we have such an intellect that we can understand logic, and if we throw logic out of the window of our actions, then we're acting illogically.
Breezy,
right?
Yeah.
So like, if we're gonna act logically, then our worldviews hold no value. So we shouldn't be acting like that. We should hold positive value world values.
How am I acting illogically by using what I've been adapted to, which is intellect, cognition, rationality?
Do you value your right to freedom of agency?
Do I value my right to the freedom of agency? That's literally what I'm using.
Okay.
In
Do
order
you value
to
that right?
get everything that I want.
Do you value that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that others should not infringe upon your right?
Well, if they can stop me, or if I can't stop them, I can't tell them not to value theirs more than mine.
So you think situationally it's okay for others to devalue your right to agency?
It's not about devaluing someone's right just because
that's exactly what it is.
Just because you're using your right to supersede someone else doesn't mean you're devaluing theirs. It just means that you think yours is stronger. Doesn't mean I'm taking.
It doesn't mean that I have to take that theirs has less value. You think that yours has more value.
Because look, listen.
Hold on,
listen
y'all.
very
Pause.
carefully.
Pause. Hold
All
on.
right.
Everybody, 30-something people in this room. I appreciate y'all. We are at
Yeah, we gotta
6K.
get tapping.
Let's get to 10K, please. My mods, like, I don't like. That's why
I didn't know that's what we're supposed to do.
I only
Are we
got
supposed to say
Breezy
tap, tap,
and
tap?
Rowan and Risen as a mod right now on the panel.
And you know,
You need
though,
to
I
add
be
me
getting
as a
Rowan
mod. You
side,
need
but
to
you don't be
add
getting.
me. Yeah.
Here we go.
I'd be the best
Yeah.
mod.
Friends.
Hold on, I gotta see who this is. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute. So yeah, 10K, y'all. Fact, are you a believer?
Yeah, I believe in God.
Fact.
Oh, finally.
Are you a believer in the God of the Bible?
Wait.
Yep. Fact.com.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Where did Prince
Prince, what happened to
Yeah,
you?
where did Prince go?
He let me come. He let me come up for him real quick because I had a question.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
When
Well,
you guys
all
are
right, y'all. We're going. Hold on. Wait. All right, y'all. So, please. Oh, we had 36 shares. Who is doing all of this? Y'all are crazy work. But please continue. Y'all already know what time it is. Oh, and I have a gift goal, and then y'all can give all the good panelists and stuff, all that good other stuff. Go ahead, Fact. Welcome.
Thank you, fact.com. I'm just curious, when individuals are affirming survival of the fittest, how is fittest being defined here?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I can answer that. So fittest is just going to be like the individuals that are more more capable of gift goal. But fittest is just going to be the individuals who are more like capable of surviving in their habitats, as well as like being able to mate and then have offspring, as well as being able to have access to resources. So like so one particular example I want to talk about, right, is like when it comes to peacocks, they have like beautiful feathers, and in order for them to like get a mate, they have to like fight off other peacocks or like look the prettiest for the women peacocks, basically. Like the males have to spread their wings and like look handsome enough that the female peacock will be like, sure, I'll mate with you.
But are you not just saying it's survival of those who survive?
No, it's the survival of those who have like the right traits, the right strengths, the access to resources.
Right according to what? What does right mean?
According to like the data set, right? So like if you have a fit, like if you have like for example, if you have a cheetah that's not fast and it's living in a jungle with fast cheetahs, right? Of course the fast cheetahs are going to be able to hunt prey and eat them and survive and pass on their genes, while the slow cheetahs are going to be struggling to chase after the same prey that the fast cheetahs are chasing after, and they won't get access to it.
Are we baking in that which survives is better than not surviving, or that which does not survive?
I don't think it's a matter of like better, but it's a matter of more optimal. I think those that survive are more optimal.
What does optimal mean?
They're better equipped for their environments and competing with other species to get resources.
But this linguistically just reduces down to that which survives. And if Risen, right, going back to his analogy, if his way of surviving is to breed with as many people as possible, the entailments of this are wicked, but if badness doesn't exist in the world, then you couldn't say that what he's doing is bad. You would just say through evolution, he's just surviving.
Can I push back on your statement?
He's the fittest.
Because I think it's not that which survives. I think it's that which continues to survive. I think we're looking at this on too small of a scale because
let's say
natural like evolution or adaptation comes from generations of change, generations of different environments and allowing different adaptations. So it's not just who is surviving day to day, it's who's surviving for generations.
Right, but if Risen continues to breed and teaches by any means necessary reproduce, is he not the fittest of all?
But does that bring flourishing to the people that you're
just real
trying
quick,
to?
I'll answer that after. Is he the fittest of all?
Not necessarily, no.
I mean,
Okay. Technically,
well,
he is.
Would be.
Well,
he would be if, according to your system, if fittest, by any means necessary, continues a bloodline that continues to reproduce by any means necessary, adapting by any means necessary, he, by definition, is the fittest of all.
Well, yeah. So technically, like, let's say, like, hypothetically, let's say he has risen, did like a Genghis Khan, right? And he just went throughout America, like, unaliving all the men and then just like having schmecks with like all their spouses. Technically, he has risen would be the fittest of them all, and he's just wiping out his competition and like spreading his seed to produce a next generation of he has risens that will have his same genetics and probably develop the same strengths and like whatever he has that's allowing him to like dominate everybody's like male spouses. But in regards to like, is he justified in doing that?
Well, I mean, justified according to what? You don't believe in good or bad?
I mean, like, that's not the truth. That's not true. I just believe that
justify what is good or bad.
Yeah, you're just gonna say it's an opinion, it's a preference. So okay, you say.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in it. I just believe that it's granted in my stances.
You don't think it's a fact?
Okay, but I believe that it's granted in my stances. I believe that I have an.
It's only granted. It's only okay. If your preference is that he ought not do that, and his preference is he ought do that, and his preference is justified by the scientific consensus to be whatever is necessary to be the fittest, you lose.
Well, I mean, like I'm not really sure that makes sense per se. Like,
okay, is your preference to be should our preference be to be the fittest?
Yes, but that's amongst many other factors that I'm considering as well.
Like what? Beyond preferences?
Yeah. So like, sure. Like, I think like it would probably be best if like I had $1 billion, right? But I also think that, I should also act in accordance with like society, right? I think it's good for us to donate to charity, or I mean,
what if society says that we ought to die?
I disagree.
So then society, a social consensus isn't your standard.
Wait. Society doesn't think that we should die. Society has always been for like the thriving and enrichment of individuals.
Like slavery? Really?
Some individuals, they'll justify slavery for utilitarian purposes. They're anti-natalist. Like, just think of a society of anti-natalists. Those people absolutely exist.
But like, where does that exist in reality? I mean, I think for the most part, secular humanism has like been the majority.
The point is that your standard isn't just whatever society agrees with. You're going to go with.
I mean, I disagree with that. I mean, like we literally have we have people like Martin Luther King who grew up in like antebellum South, right? Where like a majority of people were like segregation and racist. I don't think if society agreed with something, like I would agree with it.
Right. That's the point, right? Your standard isn't just whatever society agrees with. That's the point.
That's what Jewel left. He's like, this is crazy.
Why does that matter?
Because you use it as a part of your justification, but that justification is rendered null.
Oh, like when I say we should do what's best for society.
Well, that's another odd claim.
You said that. I don't get it, man. You're not tracking what you're saying.
No,
you're
yeah,
saying.
No. I'm a bit lost. So you're referring to like what I said in regards to, I also think that we should be doing stuff that's best for society, right?
Okay. Now, what is best for society good?
Yeah, in regards to respecting all individual entities and their liberties and rights to life.
Is this goodness built into our nature?
To an extent, yeah.
Okay. So do you understand that's a moral realist position? You're saying morality exists as a written code of our DNA, of our species, of our nature.
I mean, yeah. I have considered becoming a moral realist. I'm still hashing out like my meta-ethical view, but yeah, I have considered moral realism, but like, I think like for me, like like, yeah, I'm probably gonna switch over to moral realism, but I think that, you know, like when I look at history, it seems as if like humans are coming up with like their own like subjective morals. Yes, based off of like their sensory data that they're interpreting from the world around them. And then like, yeah, there are some things about our behavior, right? Like we all want to survive. We found out that like traveling in packs is better for the survival of a species. But I don't know. I don't see that as moral facts. I just see that as us reacting to like the world around us, and I see that as a product of evolution.
Okay, is your mind a fact?
I mean, I'm not sure. That's why I take on some presuppositions.
Okay, yeah, like if you don't even know if your own self-awareness is axiomatic, I don't know. I don't really know where to go. I don't know what to say, and that's why. So, like, here, we'll even just do this. Beyond your mind, are you a fact?
I mean, I guess given my presuppositions.
I don't want you to guess. I want to know what you actually believe. Do you believe you're a fact?
I mean, yeah, like I believe I exist.
Yeah, as a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I started this brand because so many atheists deny that they're a fact, right? So if you are a fact, you're not just experiencing subjectively, you're objectively, factually experiencing something through a subjective experience.
Oh yeah. Like I would grant that. I would say like I exist objectively. Everything I'm interacting with, I'm interacting with objectively. But that's given the presupposition that like there's some kind of like objective reality outside of myself, and that everything. Because I mean, I could be like an epistemic nihilist, but no, I'm not. I hold presuppositions.
If you're an epistemic nihilist, you should never talk out loud again.
Yeah. Like I'm not hyper skeptical. Like I do grant like objectivity. Like I exist.
Yeah. I just wanted. Yeah. I mean, other people can talk. I just wanted to like. I think that it's pretty obvious, at least linguistically, survival of the fittest, without moral realism, reduces down to that which survives, and that's it. That's all it's saying. It's not informative.
Yeah. So given only survival of the fittest, right? Yeah, like people could run around like stealing from Walmarts and raping people's wives. But I think that it's not just survival of the fittest that informs like
right.
the moral prescriptions
also
of society.
Right. It's also the self-awareness given a rational system in alignment with our nature, fulfilling facts.
But also like I think so I'm a moral subjectivist. I think morals are subjective, but I also think that what contributed to the morals we have today is just social contract. And of course, everybody wants to survive. Everyone wants to thrive because, like, I mean, like when we look at history, right? When we look at stuff like the South American crisis, right, where they were trying to build missiles or nuclear missiles in South America, and then one of our presidents did the thing with like the ships to prevent them from doing that. Like, and also like the agreements we have with North Korea. Like we could both launch atomic bombs at each other and take each other out, right? But we have agreements for everyone to exist, right? That we're not going to do that. Or we've made agreements like we're not going to put military satellites in space.
Is social cooperation a necessary ought claim to fulfill our nature?
Given that everybody wants to survive and they want their civil liberties, yeah.
Nice. That's not an anti-realist position. You're promoting moral realism.
I mean, but not everybody holds that, right? There are people who are like
a lot of people are people are mentally disabled. Yep, they're dumb.
Yeah, so like I think it's opinionated, and I guess like a lot of us choose like we want to survive, but
if an individual,
I mean, like, did we hold a contract with
so
Japan?
I really want to stay on the concept of HE double hockey sticks. This is what the prompt is about. So
sorry, host, I apologize. That's just what they were talking. I apologize. Fact.com.
No, you're absolutely
No, I'm trying to figure out why you threw your voice initially.
I didn't mean to. I don't even know what that means. I saw your comment. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's like that's not how you usually talk. I was like, this isn't Shark.
I don't know, man. All I know is fact.com, man.
We should hash this out later. This is very
that's fine. Yeah, we can talk about hell. I think
he said all I know is fact.com. Is it a forum?
No, man. The atheists keep telling me they're not a fact, so I made this, and I got the website, and there's just like merge that I believe in to promote the understanding that within our nature we factually exist. You're not just a subject. You're a factual subject that possesses self-awareness, and you should value that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a hopeful universalist, and I pair that with annihilationism. Going on to the topic of hell.
Universalist.
Yeah.
Okay, so you believe
I need
everyone
to
has a
figure
chance
all
to be
that
saved.
out.
So basically, he believes everyone makes it to heaven.
Well, that's not what that means.
That's not universalism?
Universalism?
I didn't say I'm a universalist. I'm a hopeful universalist.
Yeah, hopeful.
Oh, you hope everyone makes it to heaven.
Yeah, I hope in the end everybody is saved, but I have a problem because if no matter what people do, they're bound to necessarily accept God, then I don't think that choosing God is the greatest choice of all anymore, and I don't think justice can be served. And so I pair the hopeful universalist with allowing the individual to deny God. And so the individuals who ultimately deny God, their awareness gets turned off, and that's the furthest thing that you could be from the eternal mind. You still exist as something, but you're not even aware that, and I think that people are experiencing that here on Earth as well. They're in a state
walking
of
zombies.
Yeah, like they're literally
I've
philosophical.
heard of that concept.
Yeah. They're basically pea zombies. They exist in a state of such a low state of awareness. They deny their factual identity as a reflection of the eternal mind, the greatest identity imaginable. And now imagine that eternally you exist as something, but you lack awareness that you exist.
What?
Annihilation.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I need to learn about this.
Philosophy. I love it. These are the conversations I love about TikTok. I love talking
Coco.
with
What are you
like.
talking about?
I love talking about philosophy.
You don't even exist
It's so
as a fact.
exciting.
What are you talking about?
Bro, it
would be really difficult for you to ground your identity as a fact, Coco.
I mean, like, I'm still working on my worldview.
That's fair. That's honest.
I'm still working on my worldview.
Yeah. Start with the proposition, I am a fact, and see where it goes.
I mean, like I believe I believe in objective truth. I believe that there's some kind of truth outside of us.
But by objective, do you mean mind independent?
Yeah, stance independent.
Yeah, that's just rubbish to me. Like anything that is mind independent doesn't make sense, right?
I disagree. I think that
a mind isn't required for things to make sense.
I think it's more or less talking about the influence of a mind, not the observation.
Yeah, like
maybe.
Yeah, but I think that you guys are being really generous by offering them that something can exist in a state of mind independency while granting them that the system maintains coherency without a necessary foundation to sustain that coherency.
Wait. Whenever I'm saying that something is like stance independent, I'm talking about the ontology of like particular things, right? Like I'm saying that like if no
concepts
or so yeah, like if no humans existed, I don't think concepts would exist. But if no humans existed, like gravity would exist, Earth would exist, the sun would exist.
Yeah, but that's baking in context. Do you think context exists mind independently?
I probably have to hash that out, but I mean, like, sure.
Okay, then you would have the burden of defining context mind independently. What does that mean?
No, I mean, what do you mean by
that's
context?
wild?
Yeah, what do you mean by Do you agree that the moon would exist independent of minds?
Independent of minds? No, not
okay. We gotta introduce.
Hold on, guys.
We gotta introduce people. Hold on.
John.
Yes.
Do you just like come on a panel and speak?
Wait, say that again.
Do you just like come on a panel and speak?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
The lives on TikTok are different. He doesn't know.
No, just wait. Sean.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. All right. I mean, just welcome yourself. Take your shoes off.
Oh, sorry. How you doing, everybody? I know like a few of the people here, but some of you don't, so I apologize. My name is Sean. I'm an atheist and an alcoholic. Thank you.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Jesus can help you with that.
If you need any meetings, I can get you in contact with some people.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
all right, welcome, Sean.
Thank you.
Sean is awesome.
So we're talking about the context. How do we derive context?
I actually want Sean to answer the prompt right quick.
Oh, my bad.
I really do. Yes. Go ahead, Sean. Answer the prompt for me.
Yeah, I don't believe hell exists because I just think there's also different hell concepts, but I don't have a reason to believe any of them exist First, because I don't have evidence of them, but the proposed hells to me are absurd, like infinite torture for like finite things because someone cheated on their taxes or stole a candy bar. But also hell for non-belief is preposterous because belief isn't a choice. And if there's an all-powerful God, he could easily make it so everyone knows he exists.
Sean, if I may, I would like to ask you a vulnerable and really personal question.
Well, thank you so much for answering the prompt, Sean. Now we are entering back into the in a second. Hold on, y'all. Thank y'all for getting us to what, the hamburger? Oh my
About to
Hamburger
say,
got booked
Lena,
at
I'm not one of
15.
your mods, but I was about to talk to him real quick. 10K.
I mean, you can earn your way there. You can put in.
Lives is crazy work.
Yeah, you should get 15 easy.
Please tap that screen. Not my panelists. I do want to make that very, very clear. I think somebody told me something the other day. So let's try this out. Viewers, tap the screen and share out the live. Okay. Thank y'all. I have some amazing panelists up here. We talking about Phil Bro stuff and like, you know, we just talk about that stuff and then we just talk about everything in between. Right? So yeah, like just have at it.
Sean, if you don't want to answer, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you affirm or deny the proposition that a state of alcoholism is personal hell?
I would, yes.
Affirm or deny?
Oh, I would affirm that alcoholism has to do with personal health. Of course it does.
Not health, hell.
Oh, no, I mean, that's metaphoric. You know, somebody says, oh, man, war is hell or what have you. It's not in the literal sense. It's just descriptive. Like
I don't know what that means.
it's a metaphor. I don't think it's a literal hell. I think it could be metaphorically hell.
What if?
And by the way, I need to confess something. I've been to a lot of AA meetings. My father was an alcoholic and he passed away from alcoholism. So when I said that, I was making light of a serious matter. If anyone's offended by that, I apologize, but I'm not actually an alcoholic.
You should definitely never lie about that again.
I didn't. No, it was a joke. I was being facetious.
You should never joke about that again.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I don't believe it's like a literal hell.
Okay. The question just wouldn't apply to you anymore because it's not you anymore.
So. No, that's fine.
Huh? Okay. What is going on?
Yeah, lots of things can be described as hellish or hell as a metaphor, but I don't consider them literal hells.
Sure, yeah. You could just say whatever is.
Also, Sean, hold on, Faps. Sean, you know, also we gotta be like very careful about TikTok things. Like TikTok is sensitive. I don't want you to be saying that and they think I have like something going on over here. Just
I got you.
Watch, yeah.
Okay, no problem.
I'll be careful.
Careful
Okay.
with it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we'll try to pursue parsimony in the conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Most parsimoniously, if hell is the least desirable psychological state, everybody in here would agree that exists, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think anyone's experience, like a literal hell would be if you're talking hell and brimstone for infinite time, nobody has experienced that.
Right, but that's not what I'm talking about because most people are metaphysically illiterate and disabled and they're metaphysical anti-realists. So those conversations with people just aren't fruitful because it's not meeting their psychological profile.
Well, you asked a question. So even the worst psychological state, just something you would experience on Earth wouldn't be like a literal hell, not in the biblical sense.
Yeah, when we're talking about hell. We're probably I mean, you know, but sure, like when we're talking about hell, we're talking about the biblical described hell.
Okay, but there's different. There's even under that, there's different versions of that.
There's different versions of that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's different versions biblically of hell, right, and I'm presenting you a biblical version of hell where it's in alignment with theosis, but in reverse, basically. So instead of participating with the greatest identity of self-reflection in the name of love.
Theosis?
Yeah, I don't have a word for that. You have a word for that?
You just did it.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. I be thinking sometimes.
That's crazy.
I think that atheism is the active participation of reverse theosis.
What do you mean by
brain
reverse
just
theosis?
exploded.
Shark might actually be the
Theosis
reason.
is like whenever you are partaking in the divine nature, so you're basically becoming one with God. So the opposite of that would be what he terms as nihilism, which is, the
Nihilism,
lack of awareness.
Right, nihilism, right? The state of participating with the affirmation of nihilism is hell on earth.
Okay. I don't believe I'm experiencing hell on earth, and I would describe atheism as just the psychological state of not being convinced any gods exist.
But Sean, how would you know that if you don't know what because we have to understand that this is a scale, right? So hell would be a scale if we're talking about psychological states, from one being the least desirable to one that is most blissful, which would be most desirable. How do you know that you're not in hell right now unless you can affirm that you understand what the most blissful state would be?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was going to say you would have to be able to have the ability to self-reflect with the greatest possible concept of God to some degree. But if the greatest possible identity of self-reflection in the name of love or the best word doesn't exist according to you, then you can't affirm hell doesn't exist. You would be forced to remain agnostic whether you're in heaven or hell right now. You have no idea.
I mean, you can.
I'm not convinced there's a hell if you have evidence, a literal hell like after death. And by the way,
but we're not there yet.
If we're going to, if we go for the evidence of hell, we'll need to know which kind. But
the kind that we're talking about is a psychological state where you intentionally, deliberately go against the greatest identity of self-reflection. So,
what do you mean by the greatest identity of self-reflection?
Okay. Me and you both affirm the proposition that we're self-aware, conscious, moral agents, right?
Sure.
Nice. But I'm not the greatest identity of self-reflection, right?
I don't know what you mean by identity of self-reflection.
Identity is thing, self-reflection is the thing that is axiomatic in order for coherency to exist, to distinguish one thing from another.
I self-reflect, but I am not self-reflection.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so the greatest identity of self-reflection is going to be the greatest possible thing that is and
can you put it in layman's terms?
I really am trying to. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah,
layman's terms would be God.
I can't say God because you're not going to like that.
Well, no, don't just say what you're talking about, because we all know what we all know our positions.
Factual, coherent thing that contextualizes and explains everything.
Are you saying God?
You just told me not to do that.
No, I literally said, please say God. No, sorry. Maybe you misunderstood. I was saying, just say God. Like it'll make
sure, God.
Communication easier. All right. So one more time, please, with the word God, just so I can get it.
God.
No. The whole like sentence. You are not. Oh, so you're saying you are not God. Yes, I affirm that I am not God.
Yeah. Okay, right, but when you're self-reflecting, you're looking for something better to grow with and to learn and to understand. You're looking at a system outside of yourself that you likely call existence, reality, or the universe. And you think that without us, this system is maintained in an eternal state of coherency.
Yeah, I do. Like, for example, with no minds, I see no reason to believe the moon wouldn't exist. Can I prove it? No, but like logically, go ahead.
But you just affirmed that you believe in an eternal system outside of yourself that maintains a system of coherency, and coherency is necessarily mind dependent, which linguistically entails an eternal mind.
Wait. Whenever you're saying coherency, what do you mean by that?
The thing that he affirmed. Things that make sense.
No, I think for it to be coherent requires a mind, because it requires a mind. Hold on. No.
You did.
No, I can speak for myself. I affirm that the moon will exist, but it's not going to be coherent to anyone or any mind if no minds exist. But that doesn't mean the moon isn't still there.
Is your claim in alignment with a system that makes sense?
What do you mean a system? Like the moon exists within a universe. If you want to call the universe and the laws of
your proposition.
Nature.
Your proposition. right?
That the moon would exist without minds?
Yeah, is this maintaining a consistent identity that makes sense? Or
what
the
do you mean
second
by
that
identity?
Thank you, Risen. Hey y'all, hold on. Let's get to 20K. I'll turn the comments back on. Please and thank you.
identity just means
Dang,
thing,
she
man.
holding y'all hostage for real.
Yeah,
for
she
real.
is. She turned off the comments like 3 minutes ago. She runs a tight ship. I respect it.
Y'all better tap that screen, man.
To be honest, like Lena, I actually really like your space. I've grown a little bit fond of your space. No glaze or anything.
That was glaze.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Glaze.
That was definitely
I
Krispy
appreciate
Kreme.
that, Coco. Thank
Nice.
you.
My dad used to be the manager at Krispy Kreme, man. That's a true story.
Hey, Father Glaze.
Man, that's a fact.com. You know what I mean?
I can't, bro.
But yeah, man. So the problem is that in these ideas that you're talking about, you're making claims that the system is going to exist with stability, with context, the ability for one thing to be in a state which is distinguished from another thing, planet one from planet two. The necessary faculty, right, according to our perception, is a mind. That's what's required for you to affirm those things.
I have no reason to believe it requires a mind whatsoever.
I
Now,
do.
it may require a mind. I would just want the evidence for that, because the moon is held together by, we have the laws of physics and nature and etc.
Because
the laws of physics need these logical instruments to sustain themselves.
Yeah, there are abstract
without
facts
the law of identity. You know, we can't have physics.
Well, you would also, then you would need to demonstrate that the laws of logic require a mind. It could be just a brute fact that the moon cannot exist, and as the moon fact. And the moon cannot be the moon and the sun simultaneously, because
if it's a brute fact, then we wouldn't be able to rationalize it. It
Why
wouldn't
not?
Be intelligible.
Thank you, Dark.
Based on what?
Yeah,
all that's required
that's what brute facts are.
The only thing that's required for intelligibility is a mind capable of comprehending a thing.
So now, do you think logic is
there? Wait, hold on.
Thank you, Dark. Thank you, DT.
So I would say well, actually, okay, I probably do need that. Okay, so when I make the arguments I'm about to make, what we're talking about right now is going to be like new frontier for me, so I probably have to like hash out like everything. So I'm just making this shit up as I go. Wait,
don't do that. Do you think, Sean? Do you think that logic is mind independent?
Thank you.
No.
Okay, so logic is not mind independent.
It depends if you're talking about the map or the place. So we observe like how reality functions, and then
who cursed? Somebody cursed?
I sent a rose.
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
Why would I ever grant mind independent logic for you?
Well, I'm trying to explain it. You're probably not going to grant it, but I'm going to explain it. So there's the map and the place. The map is us describing the law of identity, non-contradiction, and excluded middle. We're just describing how brute facts about, or maybe they're not brute, I don't know. If there's something else, I just need evidence for it. But we observe abstract facts of how reality works. That's the place. Those abstract facts,
Abstract things are not mind dependent either now?
No, like an abstract fact would be like mathematics or the laws of logic.
Hang on, math is not mind dependent now? Numbers are not
correct. It depends if you're talking about the map or the place. All right, so let me explain. Just let me explain. I have no reason to believe that if all minds disappeared from the universe, that suddenly the moon can exist and not exist simultaneously. I have no reason to believe that that would be the case.
How is this not metaphysical thievery?
Thievery has crazy.
Because I'm talking about our concepts of logic. Those require a mind, of course. The laws, when we write them down, we communicate them. Those require minds, but they're descripting. We're describing how reality functions. The things we're describing, if you think that requires a mind, if like there were no mind, suddenly the moon could exist and not exist simultaneously, I would need evidence for that.
You can't, because,
yeah.
Okay. You can go, Rizal. No, you can go.
Yeah, it's just what you're describing. It's not a description, right, is actually the prescription for reality. Like, we don't
No,
get
they're
these laws
descriptive.
of logic. Yeah, because you're saying like we're just describing what we see, but the laws of logic are actually the prescription to get any kind of intelligibility at all. So what you're saying here is like, I don't need a mind to know that these things exist. These laws of logic exist.
No, that's not.
That's kind of like
That's a
saying, could
straw
you
man.
imagine? Could you? Okay, well, could you imagine another reality, right, where these things are possible, and
No.
wouldn't you need a mind to even get that far?
No,
It's kind of
what you
like,
said, maybe you misspoke, but you said that I'm saying you wouldn't even need a mind to know that these things exist. You would, of course, need a mind to know that they exist. At one point, no minds on earth. Now, granted, I know you guys believe God always existed as a mind, but no minds
right?
on earth knew black holes exist. I think we could all agree they probably still existed even before any of us were around.
That's the
Wait,
thing.
wait.
When you're
Okay.
talking about existence, you need to be able to observe the existence, because it's like this. Here's the best way I can say it. Have you heard of the problem of first awareness?
No.
No, I haven't.
Well, it's basically like, all right, so your eyes can detect light and color and movement and all those things. Your
Yeah.
skin can detect like feeling. Your tongue can detect taste and things like that. Outside of these things, how do you think that there are other sense data that's out there that your body could sense right now without having the proper apparatus to sense those things?
Well, no, if I don't have the if I don't have the apparatus to sense them, then I won't sense them.
Okay, so the problem of first awareness is like, how do organisms evolve to sense things, or to know that those things exist, to even sense them in the first
I
place?
mean, that's through biological evolution, and I can speak on a. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Like,
Why
what
is
you
that a
have to
problem?
now suggest, and this is going to relate back to what we're talking about, but like, how do you suggest that random point mutations allowed us to be able to know that light exists and to be able to capture that, and now to put that into a system that allows for survival? Meaning, how do you know that your mind has been tuned for truth, to know that this truth out there exists?
Are we moving to evolution now?
No, we're talking still on minds. Like, this is why I said it's going to tie back in. It's like, how do you rationalize? Yeah, we're going to tie.
Yeah,
right in.
through having sense data and having awareness and being able to get an accurate enough, not a perfect, but an accurate enough perception of reality are all evolved survival traits.
Actually,
Yeah,
also,
but you've already conceded that you can't know, without the proper apparatus, you don't know that the sense data exists.
Well,
right?
that doesn't address what I said at all.
So it's really quick. So let me add on to that, right? So I would say, okay, let me say two things. So I don't think that like our universe is like inherently logical, and yeah, we're gonna need the argument for like why like a mind is needed for our universe to exist or be comprehensible. But I think like we as human beings are mapping out a universe that's not inherently logical, but we just create the language of logic to
That's
map out the
crazy,
universe.
bro.
Yeah, like
how are you getting there?
Yeah.
Well, I would say it's logical.
Yeah. So
can you measure beauty though?
Well, hold on. So like these things,
it's subjective.
So these things are debated in philosophy for like thousands of years, right? Like whether like logic is like inherent to the universe, or logic is something that's like descriptive rather than prescriptive. Logic is a language that we use to map out the universe, but the universe isn't inherently like logical. Like I wouldn't grant
it
that.
has to be.
I have a question that might help. All right. So first of all, he is risen. Should I just call you that, or is there a name you prefer me to call you?
You can call me the Rizzler.
The Rizlet? All right, I'm cool with that.
The Rizzler.
Yeah. Rizzler, sorry, like Twizzler.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Riz is fine, or Risen.
Yeah. All right, Riz.
Whatever.
Yeah. So there's a couple times you said like, how can you know this, or how can you know that without a mind, or what have you? My argument is not that we can know things without a mind. Of course, knowing things is like a product of a mind. What I'm saying is these things, there are things and facts that are true and exist independent of any minds. So, for example, let me ask you a question. Cause you agree that cosmologists discover things we have never found before out there in the universe, correct?
Right.
All right. Did those things just come into existence simultaneously with their discovery, or were they always there and they just discovered them?
We won't know.
Okay. Yeah. So my argument is,
if you look at like James Wheeler, what he says is like we're in participation with the universe. So he's like basically saying that because we're observing things, like it can actually retroactively instantiate their existence or their probability of their existence. But I mean, just to be like
I think
non-pedantic,
that's,
like, I can understand what you're saying. Like that thing was already there, but we just like kind of like dug it up, and now
well,
it's
not
there.
only that, we find things that we never discovered before. And so, but the effects of the things that exist were always there. And so that's like evidence that the thing was always there and then we discovered it. And it would just it would be kind of absurd to suggest that nothing exists, like everywhere we haven't looked, nothing is there. And then when we look, it just comes to being at the same time.
Like, this is really
we're
crazy.
only
You know why this
discovering
is
our
really crazy?
interpretation.
Hold on, y'all. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all comment section back. Give me 1 minute, and then I'm gonna let what's her name? What's your name, love? Z.
Matthew, or Zizix, however, Z.
Are you a believer?
I am.
Okay, so you can dang it, who is this? Oh no, okay, fine, you're fine, fine. All right, go ahead, you can jump in. You got an echo though.
Oh.
Y'all welcome with y'all comment section, cause y'all struggle to 15K. But anywho, go ahead, Z.
Thank you. I was just adding to what was saying. We're only discovering our interpretation of reality. We were talking about mathematics earlier. You all were speaking about mathematics, and the question would be, if you take 1 divided by 3 is 0.33, but if you remultiply 0.33 by 3, it does not equal 1 again. So
it's actually 0.3 repeating. It's 1/3.
Well, same thing. It doesn't equal 1 though. So we're always generalizing reality. And it's the same thing with measuring beauty or measuring flavor. Like, does chocolate taste good? But we discover, does chocolate taste good? That it doesn't really exist. It's always going to be different. So when we look at reality, we can't say that we're really discovering the way that it is, because every single one of us are looking at it differently.
Well, I would say most of us have an accurate enough depiction of reality to where we have, like, our perceptions aren't perfect. We know that.
Begging the question.
That's not begging the question. I think we can all say with confidence. Well, maybe you won't say it with confidence that the moon exists. Now, we might perceive it slightly different. I can't experience your sensory perception, but if we didn't have some semblance of an accurate shared reality, we wouldn't be able to function.
Well, we have that shared reality, as well as, like, the moon. The word is interfacing. Like, it's your eyesight. If you are missing your depth perception, how you perceive the moon, we can all call it the moon, but the way that you perceive moonlight could be the way that I perceive red. So we're not really seeing the same thing. There's this idea, but transcendental to the idea is also existing.
Yeah, I mean, there's also people with color blindness, but
and true, just real quick before you get too far away from it, I just want to make this formal that you said that things exist and we feel the effects of it before it's discovered. You know,
well,
and
yes, in many cases.
In many cases, right? But then you say, hell doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't believe hell exists. I'm not going to say 100% on that, but the entire concept, but it really depends on the hell concept too, like how much I disbelieve it. But like,
okay, wait, actually,
I've go ahead.
Okay, well, Okay, he is risen. We might not get along, but okay, I'll give you respect on the play.
Appreciate that, man. I already told you I ain't got no problem with you. You got a problem with me. All right, that's how that goes.
I have a problem with Coco too, so don't worry about it, Riz.
Okay, look, Prince, we could be friends, but like, bro, you just gotta like, bro, you be so sarcastic and snarpy at people, bro. You be interrupting people and doing
Bro,
it
he's
too much.
40. He's mad as hell that he's still alive.
Yeah,
bro,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you gotta understand my bones. When I get up in the morning, it's like, oh, I still gotta do this.
Coco
you try to
eats a
walk
banana
around with
with
your
a knife
bones
and
cracking
fork.
all day.
Okay, so like, I think a good argument was made because like, okay, Sean, you said that there are things that exist before we even discover it.
Well, yeah, of course.
But
yeah,
like,
we're discovering new things all the time. Like to me, the notion that like things just come into existence at the same time simultaneously that we discover them is preposterous. Like that would require some burden of proof. But like here's an example of something we've always known that there was a black hole. Not I won't say always but I'm saying for a while we knew that there was a black hole, a supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. There is in I think most galaxies, but we observed planets traveling at very high velocity, but we never got a snapshot of it, of the event horizon and everything, until JWST managed to finally do it later on. But we were able to see the effects of it before we were able to like see it and actually discover it. So that's evidence that it was always there.
Yeah, so He Is Risen is probably making the case that like, okay, it could be the case that like hell is something that we're not feeling yet or seeing yet or observing yet, but it like exists, but we just haven't like detected it or discovered it yet. But I mean like, but then again,
that's a fair argument.
Yeah,
but like what's the evidence for it? And then it's the reasons to go there and what it is and everything, but like each person has their own hell concept, so I can't really address it.
I think that's a good idea. We can just do the biblical analysis of what hell is, and we can just base it on Jesus, and we can base it on Lazarus. Kind of just looking at that, where it's described like hell is divided into two caverns. Well, hell just means Sheol is what the first depiction of hell would be, and it's just a grave. And it's not even
literally
like
just a resting place.
Torturous place.
Yeah.
So one is kind of non-desirable, meaning like it's hot. Like one person, like he's telling his brothers, like he's telling Lazarus to tell his brothers, hey, you don't want to come to this place. Like it's unquenchable thirst.
Wait, so you have more than one hell? I just want to clarify.
There's different places that exist in the afterlife. There's also multiple heavens. So
right.
Also in Buddhism,
so in this
Hinduism, they are called naraka, which are realms of torment.
Right. And so in this case, like Abraham's bosom would be the ones that are found righteous, and they're in a more comfortable place in Sheol. And that's where Lazarus was when he got rescued out of the pit of hell. But then we see that in the Revelation, it says that the devil, Satan, and hell are thrown into the lake of fire. And so that's like another hell where, personally, I believe that's where, like what Shark was talking about, that's where, nihilism comes into place, because you're not tortured in the sense of you're like burning forever, but it's a sense of this, that's like an eternal punishment. And
so that's where I'll be, right?
If you remove time and you say like this act happens, but there's no time to pass, then it is an eternal punishment, because it's like a it's an infinite punishment. But I'm not, it's a realm where we can't really conceptualize consciously what that's like. To best thing we could say is eternal, but if you're not experiencing time, then is it really eternal to you? Like, do you really feel it for the rest of your like existence, or is it just that you are now no longer self-aware of your identity?
Okay, so basically, so that's like capital punishment.
Right. That's capital punishment for your soul, because your soul is infinite. Your soul is,
I got you.
Eternal. Yeah.
Okay, or was. All right. Is that where non-believers go?
Yeah. Apparently, and I'm just gonna say apparently. So it's not
Okay.
like to say like with strong words. Apparently, that's where non-believers would
I
go
hold a different
because
view than
they're
Risen,
not, they're,
just to say.
they're not, yeah, they're not covered by the sacrifice that Jesus made. Therefore, you aren't fit to enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Okay.
So,
All right. So non-believers, capital punishment, your eternal soul goes, and then you're unalived. All right. Is it morally comprehensible
well, someone
to?
let Prince, was it Prince that had a different belief? Let him speak,
Yeah, I kind
so
of
we can get more than
I
one.
hold to what Sharky was saying earlier with annihilationism. So an all knowing, all loving God that's going to be just wouldn't create a being. He created us with the intention for us to have a chance to choose to live a infinite life with Him. Yeah, I believe that I hold to annihilationism, which is just going to be that you cease to exist. So just like before, when you never existed, you'll just continue to cease to exist. I hold the belief that the fiery pit that people talk to, the Bible is very clear that that's for Satan and his fallen angels. And then, like Risen was mentioning earlier with Sheol, there are different resting places. When they talk specifically about the two-sided, there's like these two areas in Sheol, one for the believers, the ones who are in Abraham's bosom and those who aren't. That's where the weeping and gnashing of teeth comes from, because they can see the other side and they get angry and they gnash their teeth and they weep because they see how they're enjoying life and they didn't get to.
So I got a question right quick, Prince. In Matthew 25 or something, Yahusha was talking about how these people are going to be like, with the sheep and the, well, how there was a separation between the sheep and the goat, I believe, or
Yes,
there's like
ma'am.
a separation basically. And these people, he said that they will be thrown into the everlasting fire. Who is those people?
Truth be told, I actually don't know. I'd have to look at the context and use the proper hermeneutics.
The
I don't
everlasting
remember the
fire.
things off the top of my head, so I have to get back to you on that.
So when the Bible talks about the everlasting fire, they talk about the thing that's on you that never burns out until you're totally destroyed. So the
I'm
fire is
talking
ever.
about Yahusha's words. Is that what he's
That's
talking
what
about?
yeah. When he speaks of the everlasting fire, he's not talking about you're going to be on fire forever. He's saying that the fire is going to burn forever until wherever it's on is destroyed. That's what it is.
What scripture am I talking about, Breezy?
You just said Matthew 25.
Verse what?
I think 17.
So he said that he okay, hold on.
But like, yeah, I don't know, Sean. Like, I understand what you're trying to get at, but I think like I don't want to say a majority of Christians, so I'll just be quiet. But at least for like the people that you're talking to on the panel, like most of us don't hold to this like eternal conscious torment thing.
No, just capital punishment.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you think? I mean, do you think people
Yeah,
should?
no. I got it. No, I was letting you guys finish. Yeah. So, Riz, do you think it is morally comprehensible to punish someone or decline to give them a divine pardon, i.e., be saved, based on something they cannot choose?
Based on something they can't choose.
Yeah. Should it only be based on choices they made?
I'm kind of confused by that because as a Christian, all you have to do is choose Christ.
Okay, got you. So, but do you agree that if it's based on something you cannot choose, should you be punished?
Right. Yeah, no, I don't think you should be punished if it's something that you can't choose.
Okay.
That's
Okay. I cannot choose to believe Yahweh, Shiva, Thor, or any god exists. It's impossible. I even tried at one point because I was a believer and I tried
Well,
to
that's
continue
it.
believing and I couldn't.
All you did was
So,
try. You know, I think
oh,
that as long
yeah,
as you
all I
have the
did
heart
was,
posture to try and, you
yes.
know, you just keep trying,
Yeah,
that's
and
all it takes.
I tried for years, and I still seek truth at all times. So
Would you say that you're still
basically,
seeking the belief in
Hold
God
on,
now?
y'all. Pause 1 second. 1 second. So Breezy, it's Matthew 25. I gotta go on mute. Matthew 25:41. So he said, then he will also say to those on the left hand, depart from me, you cursed, into the everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. So the devil and his angels are gonna just have like this fire on them for a minute and cease to exist too?
Well, I don't know about the devil, but I know at least for us, where because what it says, don't be afraid of the one who can destroy the body, but fear the one who can destroy the body and the soul. So when anytime it says everlasting fire is in regards to us, it's not talking about being on fire forever, but the everlasting fire, whenever it's on, it's going to destroy whatever is on. The fire lasts forever, but not the torment.
What I'm asking you is in 41, it's talking about, this is his words, right? You believe that these are Yahushua's words? 40, Matthew 25 and 41.
Yeah, I just explained it.
Yeah, you didn't, because it has prepared for the devil and his angels. You're saying you
So,
don't know about the devil part, but at the end of the day, it's in that verse. These
yeah, I
are
don't know if
so.
I said I don't know if the devil's gonna be annihilated, but I know for us, right? When it says don't fear the one who could kill the body, but fear the one who could destroy the body and the soul. When Jesus, he wasn't talking to the devil then, he was talking to humankind. So whenever in other places when they talk about the everlasting fire, it's not talking about that we're going to be on fire forever. It's just saying that wherever the everlasting fire is on, it's going to be on them until they cease to exist. The torment is not forever. The fire is.
No.
I just think because of the fact that we're using everlasting and in words like eternal, which basically mean like time doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We're not going to be able to consciously understand what that means, but it means that it's like a permanent thing. That's what I would say.
Yeah, like I believe that the fire is going to be the cleansing device that Jesus uses. We were told that he would baptize in water and then in fire. I believe they will baptize those who were unrighteous in fire and they'll cease to exist.
Well,
Time
the
doesn't
baptizing by
necessarily
fire is
exist in
something
this
that
very
actively
moment.
happens to Christians now. Like the baptism by fire is the spiritual baptism. That's not like hell or nothing like that. That's the
Talking about
Holy
the
Ghost.
purification, like you talking about, like
But
it's
like the
not
same way that
purification,
people
but
talk
it's like
about purgatory, I don't hold that like similar to purgatory, except you don't come back. You just cease to exist. So you don't like work off your crimes. God is a just judge. You will cease to exist for your crimes.
Yeah, so if you read things like Jude, like Jude once said what I think it said that like Gomorrah suffered the punishment of eternal fire, but we we know they're not on fire still, right? So but the way I read the things is like wherever the fire is on, the everlasting fire is gonna be on that until you cease to exist. If that makes sense.
I don't know, but okay, I'll study into that. I don't know.
Can I say something briefly?
Absolutely.
Time doesn't necessarily exist in the way that people perceive it to. Like we're always, each and every one of us are linked in this shared moment right now. And it's this moment that your senses are only ever changing, like the weather. There's not necessarily a future or a past. There's always only this moment changing. And that's your immortal soul, is that even when this earth or when your current environment changes, or the idea that you were once a child then becomes that you're now an adult, your whole sensory environment is constantly changing in this moment, which can change to what is called hell. And in that way, you don't have an end. None of us do.
And time is literally just going to be the progression of events. When it's timeless, there is no progression of events. So I think that's where the eternal flame comes from. There will be no more progression. You'll touch the flame and that will be it for you. That's why I hold to annihilationism. You either exist in ultimate perfection for eternity or in the fire for eternity. Now, that's why I claim like hopeful universalists. I'm comfortable with that being held, but given what I understand, I believe that that will be annihilationism.
So, Risen, you agreed that punishing somebody or declining to save them, so to quote unquote, is
morally incomprehensible if a criteria for the thing is something someone cannot choose. Well, I cannot just choose to believe your or anyone's God exists. We are either
I mean,
convinced of a thing or we're not.
I don't mean to be so like rude about it, but we're adults here. All I'm gonna have to say is, brother, that's your problem, not mine. I mean,
No, that's no.
I mean,
Well, it's not. I don't
realistically,
believe it is my problem. But we're discussing hell and why you don't believe in it.
like
And
I chose to
I'm
believe. Like I walked away from my faith for a little bit, like in college.
yeah.
I had a child, and I was like, you know, what would what am I supposed to do in this situation? And I had to go back and think
You
about it.
can't.
Like
I'm pointing out.
what worked for me is Christ. That held me throughout my entire life, all the way
No,
through college still.
I'm
So
sure
I was
you're
just like, you know
convinced.
what? I had to go back and find my faith. I had to like choose to
I'm
find
sure
my
you.
faith again.
Well,
You
you
know?
can choose to look in. You can't choose whether you can choose actions like looking into a thing
Yeah.
or what have you, but you can't choose what you're convinced is
Who
true, like
determines how
facts of
long it
reality.
takes to be convinced? Who determines
Hold
that?
on, y'all. Can I say hi to Cypher and Infinite? Hey, y'all. Y'all can jump into the conversation whenever.
Yeah,
Cypher, what's up, man?
Who determines how
yo,
long it
long
takes
time no
for you
see,
to?
Risen.
Who determines how long it takes for you to gain belief when you're seeking?
Nobody. You're either the information will come to you or it won't. Like who determines how long you'll remain unconvinced that leprechauns exist?
What you're saying, like, well, I was searching and I don't believe and I can't be convinced. Why aren't you
No, what I'm
still
saying,
searching?
I can be. I'm still on here discussing it with people, listening to the evidence, everything else. I'm always truth seeking.
That's true.
Now, the point is, we can choose to do the searching. We can't choose what the consequence is going to be. For example, if you genuinely wanted to believe leprechauns exist, probably no amount of searching, looking into it, or what have you will ever convince you because belief isn't a choice. So a hard prerequisite to be quote saved unquote is something that someone cannot choose. You're going to be convinced of it and or you won't. Your likelihood of being convinced of it is largely contingent on geography, what culture you're born into and what
That's
family
not
you're
true.
born into. Oh, it's statistically a fact.
That's
So
not
how
true.
many Christians
Let's
are
go. Matter of
around?
fact, let's go back to Matthew. Lena, since you brought up Matthew, we're gonna go back to Matthew. Matthew 7:6 through. Let's just do 6 through 9 real quick. No, we'll do
Yeah,
7.
your
Start at
belief
7.
is
It
your
just
own
says,
fault. Like that's a skill issue
I
on your
know
part,
Zephyr
fam.
heard
That's
me
not
about to
that's
read
not
some
God's problem,
scripture.
fam.
You about to
Your
read
belief
a
is
verse, Risen?
Yeah,
Okay.
Matthew 7:6. No, 7:7 through
Okay.
9.
You gonna read it? Okay.
I mean, your voice. You have a better voice than I do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Matthew 7:6 through 9. Yeah.
Or 7:7. You can start at 7:7.
Hold on, guys. Be patient with me. That was right there. Okay. Risen, what did you say again? Matthew what?
7:7.
7:7. I'm almost there. All right. So it says in Matthew 7:7, it says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you."
And 8.
Oh, 8. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to who knocks it will be opened.
That's it. So when we see what Jesus says here, it's saying, or he says that if you seek him, then you'll find him. But if you stop seeking him, are you
Yes,
going to find
sir.
him? No. So, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, you
seek
can
and you
say
shall
something about
find. The door's
leprechauns.
gonna be open, fam. Like none of this is like I'm just not convinced issue. It's really all it's heart
well,
posture.
It's a
hell, if
heart
the Bible
posture.
says it, then it must be true.
It's
Or
not the Bible saying it, it's Jesus saying it. It was just
No,
recorded in the
it's more
Bible.
like the Bible's true, therefore this is true, not because the
Great.
Bible
Show
said
that
it.
the Bible. So I know. So tell me about my experience and what I did to seek and my life history and everything. Go ahead.
Am I claiming to say that? Like, what
Right.
do you mean?
So I sought for years. Many people do. I tried to continue believing and couldn't, and I still seek truth. And the fact of the matter is, most of the world will either end up being convinced no gods exist or the wrong god or multiple wrong gods simply by geography. Like if you're born in Saudi Arabia, you'll almost certainly end up being convinced of Islam,
That's
Hinduism in India, etc. And they're seeking truth. They found their truth because they were convinced of it. It's not believing things isn't just a decision like a light switch.
one
And
that's
then
not
even
true. Most. Oh, my bad.
oh, it's not.
I thought you were done. My bad. Keep
No,
going.
no, that's okay. Since you think so, do you believe all beliefs are a choice?
All beliefs are a choice.
Yeah,
I believe they're all. I think you definitely like have somewhat of a control, a decent amount of control over what you
Honestly,
believe. So
I'm like
like
kind of close to thinking
it's
it is a choice, bro.
all
so
right. Choose to believe I'm your
it's
long lost Siamese twin.
Wait, hold on.
so
Wait.
like
Actually,
for
belief
example,
is.
I think the way belief works is similar to how like attraction works. So like I'm a straight man. I can't be like attracted to a man, but if I condition my brain to do so, I can easily like I could get into it over time. The same thing with
I couldn't.
belief. If
If you can, you have.
I ain't
if
gonna
I
lie,
don't
that's a
believe
bold faced
something, but
lie,
I
Sean. If you
condition
sat
myself
there
over
telling
time,
yourself all day, every day, I think this man is attractive, you probably would condition your brain to think so.
I
that's
don't.
literally my point.
I
It's
don't
just
agree.
like how that would flow naturally. It's is the same thing with belief, like and
Okay,
your
so
set of beliefs. You
then we shouldn't.
absolutely because when you
Then
have things like confirmation bias kind of alone kind of demonstrates that people do have some sort of like a sovereignty in some sense over their beliefs, that
no.
they want to believe certain things over the other, and that their conclusions that they want to get to
So
because of their
no.
posturing towards these attitudes.
So for example, if what you're saying is true, then we should have no Christians who genuinely believed and then later on stopped believing sort of against their will, like wanted to continue believing but couldn't help having doubts that eventually led to them stopping believing. That should never happen, correct?
Where are
Well,
you
that's
getting that?
not biblical.
Yeah, like where are you getting? Wait, where are you getting that from? Let's just say I grant
Because
that like one, Christians can lose salvation, which I don't. But let's just
one
say I grant that for the sake
okay,
of
well
argument.
you're talking
Where
to
are you
one.
getting that if people have somewhat of a control over their beliefs, that means no one can stop believing?
You
Like
said
I
it.
don't
You
know
said it
why
had
you. I'm just
I'll
saying I don't
explain
know
it.
where you're saying why you
So,
think that
so
follows.
we're talking people, and there's many of us. And
20K.
by the way, controversial is another one that's in the chat right now.
Let's go.
Who so there's, and I've spoken to many, 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 many. I belong to a deconstruction group, like another live. It's another story.
Ew.
Spoken with countless former believers. One of them was a pastor in a mega church. Dr. Todd is his name. You can look him up. He ended up stopping believing, and that was also against his will. He wanted to continue believing. So you're talking about people orientating their minds. Now, you can do that. That's a measure of control where you can control how open minded you are. You can control what information diet you have. You have measure of control, but you can't control what the consequence of those things is. People who tried and couldn't to continue believing in God and ended up stopping believing, they didn't choose to become atheists. It's just something that happened to them. Belief is a perception. It's not like something I'm going to decide, I'm going to look both ways and I'm going to decide to believe that the road is clear. No, you see a car, your mind believes there's a car coming. That's some of it's snap like that, and some of it's a lot of introspection, but it's never ultimately a choice.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm a hard determinist. So I don't really think like one can like make choices in the sense of like sort of like thinking about each choice they make without the involvement of a prior principle. But let's say that you do have the ability to like make choices, right? I mean, I guess you can choose like your external stimuli, but even in choosing your external, like you could choose to get on your knees and pray, but I think your brain like believing God exists, I don't think that's a choice. I think that either happens or it doesn't happen. There are people who try to pray, right, and they don't believe in God. There are people who like yeah, like my personal anecdote, right? I was a Roman Catholic. I wanted God to exist. I wanted to believe that I didn't waste 24 years of my life believing in Christianity, but I saw contradictions in the Bible, scientific facts,
Hold on, y'all. Hold
and
on,
I
y'all. Give me 1
fell
minute,
out of
y'all.
belief.
1 second, Coco. Hamburger. Skeptic?
Hey,
Hey, how you?
I'm
Can you
good, Lena.
introduce yourself?
Oh, it's me, Purposely Peculiar. This is just my deconstruction page.
Purposely peculiar?
Mm-hmm.
I probably don't remember. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
God, your voice sound familiar. I don't know. Okay. Can you introduce yourself and then I guess answer the prompt for me?
Okay, hardcore skeptic, and yes, I'm over 21. I'm a non-believer because I no longer believe in anything. So, I don't believe hell exists because there is no evidence and proof that it does. If there is no hell or final judgment, how do you think ultimate justice for evil should work? I don't believe in the concept of evil. Either it's either good or bad, and in order to render a final judgment, take matters to your own hands.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so we'll go off of what we're gonna start. We're gonna reset, y'all. So go off of what Skeptic was just saying. All right, we had 20K likes. Thank y'all. I mean, tonight is kind of a pretty chill night. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all doing a lot of tapping over there on the other live streams, so I'll give y'all a little break over here. But thank y'all anyways. 60 shares is crazy work too. Thank y'all. So we'll just anybody got questions for Skeptic? Y'all can ask him.
Can I address somebody in the chat? So Justin W said former church attenders are not former believers. Yeah, that's why I said former believers, not just former church attenders.
When you're on the panel, you can just type that.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I won't address anyone in the chat anymore.
Yeah, because that's why you're on the panel and they are in the chat.
All right, fair enough.
Yes.
I mean, I do want to bring up the parable of the sower, and I think that would properly describe, what you're observing. You can find that in Matthew as well. Matthew's been hitting right now. I'm trying to tell you. You might just want to read the book of Matthew. But basically, some seed. He's talking about like farmers carrying seed, sowing seed, but some seed falls by the wayside before it even gets to the field, and the birds eat that up immediately. Some seed falls on rocky ground, so it sprouts up, but it doesn't have deep enough roots, and so the sun scorches it. And some seeds, like, it just keeps on going like that. And I would say, like, the people who kind of abandon their faith walk, Jesus is describing those seeds. Like, they just didn't, either they weren't placed deep enough, or their roots didn't sprout deep enough, right? So how do we get deeper roots? Well, we have to nourish the seed. We have to plant the seeds in the hearts of the people and not just in the minds of the people. We have to truly give the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is a gospel of love and redemption, and not just hellfire and, repent or perish, even though that's what Jesus, preached. But he was saying more or less that to people who already believed, but they weren't following him. He wouldn't say that to a Gentile or someone who didn't believe at
Thank
all.
you, Dale.
So that's what we just have as Christians, we have to be, we have to do, even talking to myself, we have to do a better job at seriously preaching with conviction and not just trying to prove everything to everyone. We have to really dive into, to what Jesus was talking about, which is the sin that we are all in. And without any kind of covering for that sin, we cannot enter into the holy gates. But there's a gift, a free gift that God has given us, which is his son. And all we have to do is believe.
Yeah, that's it.
I understand
Just
what you're saying. Like, okay,
flip the light
you don't have a
switch.
choice.
Right.
Right. No one says that you have to flip a light switch, but do you have the desire? Do you understand that
if
there's things that you've done that are going to go unpunished after you, like, that you can't reconcile with? You've lied to people, you've hurt people, you've probably even abused people, right? Like, why do you think that you would be able to enter into a holy bliss, a holy state of affairs?
Well, I don't think I'll go into a holy bliss. I think it'll be just like before I was born. But you're saying all you have to do is believe. I can't. And here's the thing: if God actually exists, I genuinely want to know, whichever God it happens to be. I always want to know the truth of things, like always.
Okay, 1 second, y'all. Ron, are you here? Ron? Going once, going twice, going 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Okay. I'm gonna drop you down, Ron. Trying to make a little space for some people who are just wanting to come up. If you are a believer, you can request up. I'm only just trying to make it even. So, yeah. All right. I'm saving that spot for a believer. But go, let me give me 1 minute. Zerum, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Are you a believer?
No, I'm not. Sorry, is the stage only meant for believers?
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
So, go ahead and answer the prompt for me. Introduce yourself and answer the prompt for me.
Hello, my name is Chico Zerum, and I don't believe hell exists because, I mean, we all know that it's a concept that was artificially made. Sorry, let me carry my thing. Come here, Papa. There you go. Yeah. So it's a concept that was made in Christianity, and it took me a very long time to realize that it was made in Christianity because I thought, I thought it was given through a vision. I thought that it was ingrained in the beginning of Christianity. I didn't know that it never existed. I didn't know that. Who made up the concept of hell? Wasn't it like the Roman Empire that integrated that part of Christianity into Christianity, that concept of hell and Dante's Inferno type shit. Pardon my language. But anyways, yeah.
Okay. By the way,
I don't
no cursing, and then if you mistakenly curse, you have to send a coin. I'm so sorry. It's so strict over here.
Let me send a coin.
But no, that was your first time, so you're good. You're absolutely good. Don't send a coin. Don't send a coin.
Okay, sorry, my bad. And then, yeah, so we all know that it's an artificial concept that is made in Christianity. So hence, why should I believe in something that we know that is fake and hasn't been the beginning of Christianity, right? And for the second question, if there's no hell or final judgment, how do you think ultimate justice for evil should work? That question is, as somebody who doesn't believe that there's a soul, I don't believe that we have a soul. That is why we as human beings create our own systems of justice. That is the way that's the way justice should be handled, through our legal system. And that should be our final form of justice, because we cannot control anything after unaliving. The people who, and this kind of topic makes me think about history a lot of the time. It makes me think about people who have oppressed colored people, the white people who, after all of the things that they've done to dark-skinned people, they give their life back to Christ on their deathbed, which are a lot of people that give their life. Like, there are some stories of white oppressors that on their deathbed, they confess everything and they give their life to Christ. They do everything that needs to be done. They have priests that come into the room and pray for them. Do those people now deserve heaven? I sure as hell do not think so. So yeah, I think that justice should be served on earth. It's as it is right now. It should be served on earth, because anything after unaliving, we are not sure what happened. We don't know what happened. So hence, everything that we want to do should be done on earth and should not be imagined, because that is how we oppress people. That is how we give people false hope by saying, oh, you just suffer now. Let these higher up people do whatever they want to do to you now, and maybe after you get unalived, God is gonna get you into heaven. That is how we keep people in control. And it's just about time that we just wake up from the psychosis and learn that maybe after unaliving, you don't have any state of consciousness. Your brain goes into a state that it's not able to create any form of memories, any form of imaging. You're just in this state of nothingness anymore. Anything that we want to do, let's do it now. Let's advocate for ourselves. Let's change our states of living now instead of hoping after unaliving. That's my stance. Thank you.
All right, Tim, thank you. Let me see, who is this? Richard, are you a believer?
That I am.
All right, well, thank you. Welcome to the panel. So, y'all, I really want to stay on this topic. Please, I don't want to go elsewhere. And let's move around a little bit. I don't want the same people talking. I really don't. It's gonna just throw me off in a sense. So let's allow the new people to come in and have a conversation. If anybody had heard anything that they want to say, and ask, y'all can just go ahead and ask that question. But I'll start first, because this is something that I just want to know. Why do we feel like we're going to have this sense of nothingness at the end of this lifetime? And I only ask that question because what is the actual purpose, right? I believe in this life, everything serves a purpose. Whether plants complements other plants, animals complement other animals. There's a purpose for all things, even us beings have a purpose, right? So for me, I don't believe that, we just was born here just to come down here, experience this life, and then poof off into the absolute nothingness. Right? It wouldn't even make any sense, right, for anything to even transform or to cause anything at all, right? Just for us to burst out, into a speck of nothingness. Right? So that's something that just, not just because of my belief, I'm using my common sense right now, right? Which some people say that we as believers don't use. It's just that for me, I just don't believe that that's just common sense. It just don't make sense to me, so.
I can answer to that. I think whenever we're looking at the universe, we're trying to figure out the how. We're not really too interested in the why. I think religion more so talks about the why, while science talks about the how. And I'm perfectly fine with granting that we live in a purposeless universe. I don't think we have inherent purpose. I think purpose is something we give ourselves. You choose what your purpose is. And I don't know. Whenever I left Christianity, that's kind of why I slipped into nihilism. Because I thought God was going to give me my purpose and tell me what I'm supposed to do with life. But then Christianity, I stopped believing in Christianity, so I was okay, there's no purpose anymore. And then I became an atheist, and yada yada. You create your own purpose.
What I'm saying, I don't know if that's really what I'm asking.
What's your question?
To be honest, all I'm saying is it doesn't make sense for us to come to Earth, right, and then burst out into nothingness. We came here. We're born here, actually. And when I look out into the world, I see order, and I see law. Like I see just something that had created. A lot of people say they don't think that this world is like a part of a creation, but to me, I personally believe that because when I open my eyes and I see it, I literally see with my eyes. It looks like something that is created, right?
That's very that's
Hold on,
very human.
Sean. Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
Sean. So, to be honest, I just don't believe that I was here on earth for no reason, right? And then, well, Coco said, I make my purpose, right? What if I'm making the wrong purpose? Like, whatever created me, whatever sent me down here, whatever, like, formed me, right? Because I just don't believe all of these things that we have, all of these different factors, all of this stuff is just really for nothing, right? So if you believe that you're here for nothing, then that's when I just question that. Like I literally just don't understand that logic.
Well, if it turns out that it's a purposeless universe, all that means is you don't have an externally imposed purpose, which would mean the purpose you carve out for yourself or what gives you a sense of meaning and or what have you is never wrong because you have true autonomy. You don't have somebody else telling you you were born for this reason. And I won't get into stories in the past, not stories, real things that happened in the past where people were born with an externally imposed purpose from other people. That's a horrible notion. There is no wrong purpose that you could cause out for yourself unless you're like harming other people or something like that. But any purpose or meaning in your life, if you're truly autonomous, is your own and you carve it out for yourself and you decide that for yourself.
And then also like when it comes to death, right? Our conclusions about death are just based off of like what we can observe, right? Like I don't know if heaven or heaven exist. I don't know if heaven or hell exist. It is possible, yeah, but I don't know if it exists. But what I do know is that people will close their eyes, your heart will stop functioning, your brain will shut down, and people are going to be buried in the ground, decompose, and be soil for a tree to grow. And like, yeah, I assume that it's just going to be like nothingness after. But this is just based off of like what we know about like biology and like the environments around us.
Yeah.
There's no reason
And by
to
the
believe
way,
anything
Can
else.
I
I?
don't think that's, go ahead, Infinite.
Right. I just wanted to make the point. Like to this to this conversation now, I would just ask you, like in an abductive case, I see no reason to think that value is subjective or underived objectively. Because of our intuitions and the way in which like we presuppose value. So I think society presupposes value to be transcendent of human mind. So I see less reason to think that it's a subjective basis where that would be delusion. Because if it's the case that there's no objective value and you're pretending as if you have value and there's actually no objective value, that's just something you tell yourself to sleep at night. So that's one point. The next point from what you said earlier was I would ask you, like, I realize that atheists often take this position as if you're in a better position than us. I would just ask you, what makes you smarter than me? What makes you smarter than the people who are either scholars or your peers? I'll just say peers. Like, what's the symmetry breaker between your mental state and my mental state? And you assess the world and come to different conclusions. So that's the two main points I'd ask you. I had one more, but I don't remember it at this point.
No one is saying you're smarter. I mean, what makes, I mean, I could easily say what makes you smarter than Dr. Sean Carroll or Stephen, what the frick's his name again? The guy in the wheelchair. But anyway,
Okay.
anyway, yeah. So it has nothing to do with intelligence. Like just because we disagree with you on this one issue isn't us saying we are smarter than you. We can discuss this issue. Isaac Newton was one of the most brilliant scientists to have ever lived. He was a Christian. I have no problem saying that.
Right. So I'm not saying that you're saying that. I think it's just a
Something really quick. You said that we make our own purpose, and then did you invoke a standard on which we should formulate our purpose by?
No, I didn't invoke a standard. I basically said like we shouldn't if unless our purpose involves like harming people. I think we would all agree that's a bad thing, but we would agree for different reasons.
Oh yeah, so that's
For
the standard.
potentially
So
different reasons.
can I say that my purpose is to be a troublemaker?
I mean,
sure.
You could say that, and that's your purpose. I would disagree with it. This is like leading into like the
Why are you
moral.
disagreeing with the purpose that I gave myself, sir?
I said as long as you're not harming people.
Right. So why are you giving me that standard?
Oh, because I care about the well-being of others. Do you?
Oh yeah. I care about my own self-interest. That's my purpose. My purpose is my own self-interest.
Well, then I would subjectively think you're a jerk if that were true. I know you're not actually saying that, but
that starts and ends with you. It has no effects on me. So
yeah, that's the reality we live in.
Right, but here I'm trying to show you the double standard, right? You're saying that we make our own purpose, and then you invoke a standard in which we should formulate our purpose. I can't be a troublemaker.
Oh yeah. There's definitely I agree. There's social consequences for legal and social consequences depending on what your actions are. Sure, I agree with that.
Oh yeah, I didn't say anything of the sort. I'm talking about my purpose. If I create my own purpose, my purpose is to be a troublemaker, and my purpose is to care about my own self-interest.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with whatever purpose you have. If you start harming others, I care about the well-being of others. What's the problem with that?
Oh, so wait, so am I to follow the standard of harming others?
I mean, like that's entering into like meta ethics. We're just talking about like purpose.
Yeah, I mean, we could get into the moral arguments if you want, but it's a huge.
1 second. Let me let what's that? Skeptic
Zerum?
and Zerum answer my question.
Whenever I think about purpose,
1 second.
Oh, sorry.
I'll let Skeptic go first, and then I'll come back to you.
So Lena, the question I wanted to I answer your question. I the only question I wanted to ask you before I answer was to make sure I don't mix up the words, but you were saying that from your perspective, you feel like we are put here for a purpose.
Yes.
Okay, so like when I was hearing you ask that and elaborate on it, like from my point of view, I don't feel like we have a purpose. Like you can be here and you don't necessarily have to have a purpose. That's like more so of a human concept. So I mean, you have some that want to actually have a purpose, but you don't really have to have a purpose to be here.
Okay. So can I just like elaborate on that a little bit? Like I feel like when I think about all the things that happens in our lives, I be wondering like who's in charge of that. Like not even like in charge, but like what makes those things happen. Like we can say that it happens naturally, but to be honest, I think we're not being honest with ourselves. Because if we can go to like, I'm pretty sure, right? Something in, I don't know if everybody experienced this, but something in somebody's life, it's something happened where they cannot almost explain how it happened, but then they concluded with like a coincidence or like, X, Y, and Z. Or let me just go a little bit deeper. Like how my mom and my dad, they met at like a grocery store at like 9:00. And what happened if my dad was not at the grocery store at 9:00 to meet my mom, right? It's like, I'm trying to see how do we do this? Like, how do we say that nothing in this world that happens is just, it's just literally, it's just happening. It's just happening. It's just life. You get what I'm saying? Like some way, somehow, something meets whatever it meets or does whatever it does on purpose, for a specific purpose. Like I will always like see that in my eye view, and it doesn't have to do with anything humanistic because I am a human, but at the same time, it's based off of common sense. It's just, I mean, if you want to look at it another way, then that's cool. But But to me, it just don't sit right and sit well with me.
A man and a woman meeting and having children is like a wildly unremarkable event. And so let's say your dad didn't meet your mom. He ended up meeting someone else and someone else was born instead of you. That person could easily just be saying the same thing. Hey, how did they, the fact that they met and they had me, it can't be a coincidence. That's just too remarkable of an event. And it would just be someone else saying it.
Well, to be honest, all I'm saying is it just in your family line. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can go through your family line or see who you're born to or born with and why and how and all of these other things. You can go through all those factors, on your own. But that's just something to honestly think about. Like, I don't really like, I mean, what you're saying is cool and all, it's dandy, but the fact that it's me, that I'm here, the fact that it's you talking, the fact that it's like me talking, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm just saying is, it was me. So that's the picture that I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm actually talking about the purpose of why that had to happen.
Well, I mean, if you even look at our reality itself, I mean, if you're gonna take God out of the equation, right, then you're gonna say that these items don't have purpose. We assign them purpose, which is very problematic on so many fronts because, for example, man, the moon is seriously right now. The moon is like out tonight, right? So one would say, what's the purpose of the moon? An atheist. Well, the moon has no purpose. Let's assign it purpose. Let's assign it that it tilts the earth. It keeps the earth axis in